God, guys, it's Friday. Here we are.
That was a perfect hay.
That really was.
Perfect day. Everybody was
Best
on
one
the
of the week.
There's more of an A in there.
Best one of the week. There was an A, there was a hey, there was a ho.
That
it was
was
ho.
excellent.
Who was the hoe?
Scott, of course.
Yeah, definitely Scott.
That's me.
Rafe, how was your show last night at the Funny Bone?
Man, it was awesome. Thanks to everybody who came out. We were about 200 deep by the end of the night.
Oh, that's great. For a Thursday show?
For a Thursday show. And, yeah, which is not usually Thursday shows in St. Louis, or if you get 50 people, you're doing good. So, man, I was had a great show, super fun crowd. Met a lot of Rizz folks after, took some pictures. They bought some Reba McEntire, Rafe's fancy merch. I moved some merch.
Yeah, we're going tomorrow night, and my wife asked this question, and a couple emails about this too. Like, hey, we watched your special.
Yeah,
it's a new hour.
Yeah.
Like,
it's nothing.
It's new.
Yeah, we had a couple emails that were like, hey, should I wait? And I'm like, no, go watch the special. Leave a good comment, a nice one, like it, and it'll be a whole new hour when you come.
Awesome.
I shot that special over a year ago, so I've spent the last year on the road working a new hour, and I'm proud of it. I think the new hour is better than the old hour, which is the nature of the beast. So, like,
You shot that special over 4 haircuts ago.
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah,
Way
for
more
sure.
than that.
4 hair. I
Yeah,
mean, 4
freaks Lern
At
out.
hairstyles.
least 4 haircuts.
4
ago.
hairstyles.
Lauren couldn't watch it because it was like when your dad shaves.
Yeah.
She couldn't handle
I
it.
couldn't handle it.
Did you
She cried through the whole thing.
Did you have makeup on?
In the special?
Yeah.
So that
He's just that
part
gorgeous.
in the mirror?
Rizz. Look at this man.
No.
I had good skin, dude.
Because there was like a close up. I go, is he wearing makeup?
That was the old face.
It's called good lighting, bro. We need it in here.
Great lighting. Where's your? We got you a light, and you failed to bring it in. Every
I
day.
know. I forgot.
I don't know. Like, I'm looking at our feed right now, and
Everybody looks
none
great.
of us really.
I look blown out because his damn lights right
This
over my head.
downlighting ain't doing
This-
any favors for the old circles under the eyes.
No.
Sometimes I look at the live feed and I'm like, oh, I look like Uncle Fester sitting over there.
Yeah. This.
Yeah, I have
You
a
look great.
spotlight next to the vent right here.
Listen, when I got into
I'm going to
radio,
get my light right now.
it was only being heard,
Yeah, man. That's why.
not seen.
I didn't want to be seen. I wanted to be heard.
Yeah.
And here we are.
You know the old "you got a
look.
face for radio" thing? Oh, that's not a joke anymore.
No.
I'm wearing
Because
my.
now we are seen.
See, that's the cool
I'm
thing about
wearing
being
my-
in this booth is I can just be a voice on air. You don't see me on anything.
Oh, we see you when
By
you
the camera
design.
flips over to you when you
Oh,
talk.
wait. Wow.
I'm wearing like a couch blanket throw from Colorado, so I'm clearly like comfort. This is function over fashion.
Yeah,
at the
function over
moment.
fashion.
It's cold in here, though, so you're good.
It is freezing.
So yesterday we had a team building kind of thing here at the radio station.
Yeah, it was super fun.
There was a Hubbard St. Louis barbecue over at the veranda.
That's right.
Meet us at the veranda. I go, what the hell's a veranda?
It's a porch. It's a deck.
I didn't realize we had all that here.
Yeah, we have a lake. We
It's
have
very
ducks.
nice. It's
Like
a
we're
hell
here
of a
at
walk.
City Place.
Yeah.
And is this, what building is this?
This is 3.
This is 3.
That was 1,
Okay, so we had to go to City Place 1.
which is the original city place. 'Cause
Okay,
they
so we
built.
all migrated over there. The boss, our direct boss, Tommy, was like, hey, y'all have to go. This is a requirement.
Yeah.
This is required.
You should
that
be
you go.
seen.
You should be seen. Be part of the team. Not like we wouldn't have gone anyway, by the way.
Yeah, we were.
Right.
on-
And that's my we go to all this stuff. Like, we go to all these things.
I love it.
Do we have the reputation? Now, Lern, take a step back when you weren't on the show.
Yeah.
Did the Rizz show have the reputation of not showing up to things?
No. In fact, your reputation was the big bosses wanted you guys there. Like,
No, but even if they didn't ask.
no. But we knew who, like, when you guys would come rolling in, it's like, that's who the boss wants here.
We would have gone anyway.
No, I know you would have. But when you guys came over, none of the rest of us mattered. It was
Oh,
like,
that's-
it-
God,
no,
I don't
it's
like
true.
that.
That was how it is. And so,
But that's never meant to be that way.
well, I'm sorry. That's how it was.
Interesting.
You guys.
Listen, I know
are the
we walk
party.
hard. We walk hard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we like to make an entrance, smoke.
Yep. We come in single file like a, I don't know, like I just there's particular bands that I remember would come out of the dressing room, go to stage, single file.
Yeah,
It
we
just
have a
looked like some sort of
particular,
like army
like-
thing.
And we have John Hewlett announce our names when we,
We have
come
a
in.
particular gait to our walk when we stroll into a location.
Now approaching the veranda, number 0,
Yeah.
Scott Rizzuto.
We were the first ones to arrive yesterday.
We were.
Yeah,
We were the first ones there.
we were ready and everything up.
Ready to go. The Pappies catered it. I forgot, that this whole City Place complex is so vast
Yeah.
that there's tunnels to get places. Like you had to take a tunnel to get to the other place, and we sat lakeside.
Yeah. A lot of water features.
A lot of water features.
Fountains everywhere, dude. There was like a little, I didn't realize. I've never actually walked around the grounds, quote unquote. And Moon and Scott and I were walking back, and I was like, man, there's another fountain. There's a lot of water features around here.
And which one of you douchebags told our boss that we were making bets on who was going to show and who was not going to show?
It wasn't me, because that was a surprise to me as well.
Because Courtney came up to me and said, I hear you didn't think I was going to come.
Did you say that on air?
Well,
No.
First of all, nobody told the boss. But when Courtney was coming up, we shouted. Both you and I shouted something to her, and when she came around, she's like, "You guys didn't think we'd come?" And I said, we were betting against it."
I don't know. The boss said something to me about it. I gave it a 50-50.
Yeah, you said 50-50, and I was like, I don't know, man. Maybe 80-20 today.
No,
That's
you
what
said
we
she wasn't going to show.
I said 80%.
80%
I
no.
think she won't.
And the big mistake I made, idiot me. And I think I pissed off everybody, all the morning show people, because everybody showed.
Yeah, but
Everybody was there.
fun.
We were there. Remy and Casey next door were there.
AD and
AD
Haas
and
and
Haas
Jenna.
were there. I didn't see Jenna. Was Jenna there?
Oh, I don't think. Yeah.
Courtney and her crew were there. Randy Carricker was there.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the sales. Everybody.
But as far as morning shows go, so we're sitting lakeside, and the big boss, John, walks up. And I said, John, will there be a speech today? And he goes, why? So you know when you could leave?
Oh boy.
Were you there when he said that?
Yeah, I was next to you.
So then you could leave right after?
Burn.
Oh.
And I go, nah.
Because he got you.
Where, yes, that was
Yeah.
why I was asking.
Keep it real. Let's keep it real.
Keeping it real.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
Keeping it real. I asked John, will there be a speech? And in my head, as soon as that speech is done, meep, meep.
Out. Bye.
This would be me.
Yes.
Back to the cars. And he goes, I wasn't planning on giving a speech. And he goes, now I think I will.
And did he immediately go to the microphone?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And immediately called me out.
Yes,
Within
he did.
30 seconds.
Within 30 seconds, he got to the microphone in front of the entire Hubbard St. Louis staff, made a brief speech, and then called me out saying, I'm only giving the speech so Rizz knows when to leave.
Great. Which throws all of us under the bus with you.
Which threw everybody off.
Yeah. Well, so that all happens, and then I'm having pleasantries with my coworkers. I decide after the speech is done, it's been 5 minutes. I have my bag on. I'm leaving. I've had food. I'm ready to leave. I've been there an hour and a half. You say to me, because you notice that I have my bag on and I'm getting ready to get up, and you come like out of nowhere. Hey, let's walk out together. Are you
Wait like
right?
5 minutes.
Wait like 5. And so I go, okay. So then I wait, and then 5 minutes goes by, and I look at you. I go, hey, you ready to go? You go, I'm going to stay a little bit longer. And I go, I'm out.
Well, I was engrossed in conversation. I don't want to be. I was talking to Scotty from KC.
Yeah.
Scotty Gherkin. I didn't want to just go. All right, we were engrossed in a serious conversation.
He's the best.
And well, I figure we all we should leave in a group.
Why?
Like when you go like solo style.
Yeah, you come in and you leave gang style.
We did.
Yeah.
Did you guys all leave together?
Well,
and I
we
was
left
the only
you.
one?
Snapping our fingers.
You left me behind.
We did.
You looked like
You
you
don't
were
have to
having a
leave
great
as a
time.
group.
We slowly, as a threesome,
I was watching.
cousin brothers and I slowly started to move in shifts. We went up, and then we moved to the right, and then we got a little closer to the walkway, stopped at the trash can, had one last conversation, made eye contact with you. You were waving your arms around, holding court. We
Yep.
bolted.
That was phase 4.
I was watching.
That was phase 4. I saw you.
phase
I saw
4
you
is
looking
movement.
over.
I was watching, and I was engrossed in conversation. I didn't want to be rude. And then I excused myself, and the two bosses were standing kind of in the way of where you had to leave.
Yeah. Strategic.
That was a
really?
smart move.
So Tommy and John Kowski were standing, like blocking the way to leave.
I was just, bye. High
Bye.
fives,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I left.
Yeah, so I walked up to them, cracked a couple jokes, of course, leave them laughing.
Hey.
Leave them laughing.
Costanza. And leave them wanting more, That's the Rizz way.
Yeah.
And I said, I cracked a couple jokes. I went, all right, guys, that's it for me. Da-da-da-da-da-da, and then out.
People are like, why does he think we care that he's leaving? Like, everybody's
No.
going, what's up with the sideshow act is happening?
I was like, why does he have a slide whistle in his pocket?
No, I was making balloon animals. You want a sword?
Is he making a balloon, a wiener dog out of balloons?
Here, John, here's a...
He's
yeah.
doing his act.
A walking show.
Tommy's like, God, every time?
Every freaking time with this guy. Did TMA show up?
Yeah, I talked to McKernan I talked to Tim McKernan and Jackson, but I didn't see Iggy, which is strange because if I'm in the vicinity...
Yeah, he's usually 30
he's
yards
usually-
behind you.
He was in the
he's
bushes.
always lurking. Yeah.
He had scuba
He
gear.
actually, when I tried to throw my paper plate away, and he popped out of the trash can.
He said,
Get out of here!
Hey, Lern still here?
I'm waiting for
Okay, good.
Lern's garbage.
Yeah.
This is, I thought it was weird. The trash can said "Lern's garbage only" on it, and
He's
then
in there.
Iggy was in there, and I was like, "Oh, this makes sense."
Love
now.
of my life. I'm caddying for him next Friday for their TMA golf tournament.
Oh, you really?
Sweet.
Yes. And I was talking to McKernan about this at the luncheon yesterday. And I said, yeah, he goes, you excited to come caddy for Iggy? And I go, no. I'm like, I hate golf. There's no carts. I'm literally
You're
carrying his
walking.
bag.
Where's the golf
Whoa,
tournament?
that's sweet.
It's at a family golf center somewhere.
Oh, Family Golf Center.
Is that some? I don't know where that is.
Family Golf and Learning Center. It's down in, it's near Kirkwood.
Oh, okay,
It's not
great.
far. It's a great place.
Yeah. So, and it's like 9 holes or something.
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
And so it's not
Were you
gonna
there
be
when we played the
crazy.
par 3? You were there, Scott.
I was there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun little spot.
It's a fun
Oh,
little
good.
spot.
I
You're
like
going to
that.
be raking his traps and
Yeah.
giving him his yardage?
Yes.
It'll be an hour and a half.
Well, and that's why I said, I go, before I say yes, when can I arrive and when can I leave? And so he goes, I get there after the show, 10:30, and then, like by 3 o'clock, you can leave. I'm like, okay, great. So I'm doing it.
3 o'clock.
Wow.
That's what I said. 3 o'clock. And I go, whatever. I guess I'm doing it.
You're
So
very nice.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock
It's
on a Friday.
par 3, nine-hole course.
What are we going to be doing for the hour and a half after the hour and a
I
half?
don't know. That's an 18-hole. 4 hours is like an 18-hole time.
This is a par
He's
3,
finding more
9-hole
holes.
course.
I don't know. But I'm
Is he
doing-
finding more holes?
He's finding more holes. I don't know I don't know why I'm going to be
Jesus.
there. And so, anyway, I'm going to do that. And, Iggy's so sweet.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
No, we're talking about Iggy and
We're
Freak
talking
of the
about
Week.
the Freak of the Week music came on.
Trying to get in there.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well, he's a good golfer. All I'll tell you is be wary because he is a very good golfer. So if he starts putting it in the woods every hit, be like,
Yeah.
I guess we got to go out in the woods and
Yeah.
look
Come
for
on,
my ball.
Caddy.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
no,
on
all
edge.
right, Iggy.
Come on, Caddy.
You and me.
I
You
love
go
him
out look
dearly.
in your woods.
Anyway, but no, I saw McKernan and Jackson, but nobody else. No
Hell of a
John.
team building exercise, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As we
Good.
try to skate out as early as we can. No, we spent a good amount of time there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
nice.
I like that better than the luncheons we've had in the past.
Yeah, because you know what? And Lern and I were talking about this before. Sometimes companies, they want to do these team building things and they want to do an activity. Let's go to Topgolf. Let's go bowling. Let's do. You know what? We don't need that. Enough with that.
Not every time, Like have an off year like
Look,
this
it's
year.
fine. You don't have to. There doesn't always have to be an activity.
Right.
There was music. There was a guy.
Yeah, Eric.
Yeah, he was
Lysett.
good.
Yeah, from Super Jam. It was great.
Yeah, he surprised me because he looked so cool. He had like rocker vibes, and I'm like, oh, this guy's
Yeah, singing Cat Stevens.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Played John Prine. And I was like, dude, just put a John Prine jam on in the middle of this luncheon. Didn't see that coming, and I loved it.
Yeah.
He is so good. And
Very talented
if
guy.
you don't follow him on Facebook, you should. He paints like these huge, beautiful, realistic paintings of his travels. He's traveled around the world. Dude is just creative top
What's
to
his
bottom.
name again?
Eric Lysett.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from, he plays in Super Jam.
Oh.
Long-haired
He's a
guy.
Great band. Great band. But yeah, he was excellent. But yeah, these corporate events, these office events, it doesn't always have to be something.
Right.
Like it's okay to just go to the veranda and hang out. It was a gorgeous day.
Perfect day.
What, the veranda?
Go to the
Veranda.
The veranda.
Ah.
Well, you got to say it that way.
Meet me beneath the pergola.
Or the foyer.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Foyer.
The place did have a cool stairwell. John Kielski came down the stairwell like the movie She's All That. while I was waiting in line for Pappy's.
Well, it's like these marble,
Yeah.
like these marble shiny steps.
Oh, yeah.
With the grand, yeah, it's how you make your grand entrance.
He did.
And that beautiful gown he was wearing.
Like I felt like there should have been trumpet players.
That's what I said.
Announcing the general manager.
Sir John Kiowski.
I actually did start making trumpet sounds when he was coming down.
Yeah.
I said, man, Aaron noticed John's hot since he took his glasses off. It just reminded me of the movie.
No paint on his overalls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you to Carolyn and the entire staff that helped put that on. It was a nice event. It was good to see everybody.
Yeah.
Nice to break bread. Dude, I'll tell you. Pappy's,
No pork steaks.
no pork sticks, yes. But they're turkey. They're
It was-
sliced turkey.
it was
Did you have?
Good.
crazy.
I did.
Did you have the sliced turkey?
I did have the sliced turkey. Shout out to Tom who served me up.
Turkey was
Shout out to Tom.
Yeah.
Turkey was good. Turkey was good, and I liked eating them. The geese were being a little aggressive, and I liked making them watch me eat another bird. Be like, this, keep eyeballing me.
Also, shout out to the no mayo and the coleslaw.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to vinegar coleslaw.
Vinegar coleslaw. Did you have
Yes.
a cookie?
I didn't have a cookie, but
Cookies
also,
were good.
Shout out to the Mrs. Vicky's chips. By the way, I love those chips. Salt and vinegar for me.
Me too.
Shout out to the
Jalapeno
mustard-based potato salad.
Shout out.
I'm not shouting that out because I didn't
No
eat
onions.
that. No onions. All right, shout out to no onions. That's nice.
Shout out to the free non-alcoholic beverage coolers, but also to the BYOB if you want to have an alcoholic beverage, because that was a new thing.
Yeah, I watched the guys from the video department pounding tall boys, and I'm like, wow, you're going all in at the company party. I like
saw
your
a couple
style.
high noons.
Old
Yep.
school. Wow.
Saw a couple high noons out there.
Wow. That's,
Shout out to high noons. Those
High
are pretty
noons.
good.
Yeah.
Hey, those chips, by the way, those are the ones you crunch up on sandwiches. We were talking about that.
Yeah, the jalapeno ones.
Because they're the kettle cooked ones
Yeah.
without being dangerously sharp. You know what I mean? They're not going to stab you.
Yeah,
Those are good sandwich chips.
those are good sandwich chips. Good.
Hey, shout out to the fun-sized candy bars in the middle of the table. Let's not forget.
That was
You got to
I
do
didn't
it
have
right
any of
away.
those.
Well, we got there, and we had to wait for the food to get set out, and I pounded about 12 bite-sized Three Musketeers.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out
even
to
commented-
Bite-Sized
Yeah.
Three Musketeers.
I even commented on his Three Musketeers choice. I said, wow, that's
Hey, that's
good
Something
mix.
about a Three Musketeers that makes me feel like it's light.
Oh,
Yeah.
because it is so
Yeah.
airy.
Because it's so
Diet
airy. I'm
candy.
like,
Yeah.
oh, this is probably the best choice I could make, right?
Is that the nougat?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the nougat.
oh, fluffy.
Shout out to Nougat.
Shout out to
Shout out
nougat.
to
Hey.
nougat.
Hey,
Goes great on sandwiches.
underrated ingredient.
Nougat?
Nougat.
Yeah, because it's so good for a very short period.
I don't think anybody knows what nougat actually is.
And I don't want to
Some
know.
kind of
Don't you
foam.
ruin Nougat for me
I
on
think it's on the
Friday.
periodic table of elements. NG.
It's just whipped up rat guts or something.
Who cares? It's
fine.
good.
Sweetened rat guts. Yep, that's
I
Nougat.
think they use that to like seal
Roofs.
Bricks.
attics.
We were talking about, on the way out, we were talking about kudos bars because we were talking having this candy
Oh
bar
my gosh,
conversation.
yeah.
What's a kudo? I remember those. Oh, they were
With
like
a pretzel.
They had these cool.
Right?
Yeah,
they were
chocolate
like-
covered.
Were they supposed to be healthy?
Well, that was the jam. That was the trick. They were like 50%.
Yeah.
It was marketed as healthy, but it was just a smaller candy bar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember
They
Kudos.
have M&Ms, like these little
Yeah,
mini
there was
M&Ms
nothing
on the top.
healthy about them.
Oh,
The only thing that made them
100
healthy was they were smaller.
Cool
Yeah.
Moms had those.
Oh, they had the little Rice Krispie treats in them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah,
they were
those are
really
good.
good. And they
Great.
marketed them to like moms.
Yeah, they marketed them to like
We had those at home.
the alternative to candy bars for your kids, but they were just
It's bad.
it was just half a candy bar. It's like 50% less sugar. Yeah, half of a candy bar does have 50%.
Yeah, they had the Rice little Krispies in
Right.
there.
Well, it was granola. They promoted them as granola snacks. Chocolate and
They were.
granola
Chocolate and
snacks.
granola.
That's so funny.
They weren't.
These things were dope.
And now they have it with M&M's, Snickers, Dove. You can get all that
Oh,
in
so
there.
they've leaned away from these are healthy.
Yeah, I think they got called out, I bet.
Well, when they would come in boxes like that, they didn't have like fancy wrappers. They were just like plain white wrappers. So when my high school girlfriend had some tampons in my glove box, and my little brother opened it up and was like, "Oh, cool, kudos, boss. Can I have one?" I was like, "Yeah, eat up, brother. They're good."
Tampax.
He goes, "Well, where's the candy?" And I was just pull that string and push. The candy comes out.
Oh my god. I'd be so
He was chewing for a while.
Yeah.
Sorry, brother.
And then she mistook a kudos bar for.
That's right.
Yeah,
Oh
Tampax.
boy.
Mistakes were made that day.
UTIs were had.
Yeah, oh man.
It's a granola baby.
All right, today's Friday. I do want to get to a couple local stories. Then I want to get to our.
That's how rock climbers are born.
Yeah, exactly. Mistaking kudos for Tampax.
A couple local stories here, and man, whenever we talk about this one particular topic, and a headline from STL today is a Missouri teacher on leave after school district discovers her OnlyFans porn page.
Oh no.
Ugh.
Man, I have very mixed emotions about this. I'm going to be honest. I see both sides.
Mm-hmm. Same.
I see both sides on this. I'm all about, hey, whatever you want to do.
In your personal time.
You want to have an OnlyFans page?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
But don't make it where people can find you.
Yeah, but I don't think that's...
But that's what an OnlyFans
is. So they can't find you.
No.
You have to pay for it.
So they can find you.
Is it though?
So they can
Yeah,
find
the
you,
whole
but you
point of having one is to make money. It's an enterprise.
I know, but if
so-
it's like a sexy one and you want to be discreet in your community, can't strangers outside of your community find you on OnlyFans?
Yeah, but
if they look you
can't,
up,
like geofence and block. You know, I mean, if you could block maybe your state or something like that, I could see it.
yeah, but you have to look it up though.
Yeah, but
You can't you can't. I'm again. I don't know how OnlyFans works really.
The point of
we
having
need an
it is to make
OnlyFans
money.
expert on this show.
To make money as an enterprise. So, like, I mean, you have to market it in some way.
Are you fed like YouTube will feed you videos based on
Your algorithm.
your algorithm?
I don't know.
Will OnlyFans like feed you
Is there like a landing page
Content.
or something?
like, oh, check
I
out
don't
this?
think I've ever been. Let's go now. Let's see what the front page looks like.
But I was talking
Let's
to
sign up, guys.
I was talking with Clownvis yesterday, and he was telling me about this Santa Claus that's on on TikTok that has just crushed it, where he does a live stream thing and he gets tips and all that stuff, and he looks like real Santa. He sits there, drinks the milk and the cookies and coffee, and he's just making thousands and thousands of dollars every single night, sitting there saying, "Thank you, Rizz, for the donation." And it made me laugh where all these ladies are doing all these things that could get them fired, all this stuff. And then there's a guy that's just, he was a big boy, so he decided to dye his hair white and go, I'll be Santa and make way more money than any OnlyFans chick.
So look at this. When I go to onlyfans.com, look at this. It almost looks like a Twitter login,
Yeah.
and then it promotes these, and not all of these. I mean that one might be sexy, but like not all of these are
Right.
sex work stuff.
It's
so
creators of all kinds.
That is
most of them. That's what they want you to see on the landing page.
Is that what they're promoting?
that is the
Most-
massage parlor front of OnlyFans.
Yeah, and we've had stats on this. Most of OnlyFans is porn and naked pictures.
Okay.
There's a few. There's a few folks.
I mean, this guy's playing a violin on a stage.
Yeah,
So
again,
I'm
that's what
gonna
they
assume
want you to see.
his pants are on.
That's when the husband goes after being caught on OnlyFans. You want to
Read the title.
See what OnlyFans
yeah,
is?
Yeah, has built a career proving that the violin can be edgier, sexier, and a lot more fun.
Yeah, I bet you he's doing the violin with no clothes on.
There's no pants. Like he's wearing a
Just-
jacket.
Let's just say
wearing a
this.
jacket.
What bow is that?
Yeah, he drops the bow, and he finds another way to
Oh,
saw them
goodness.
strings.
Okay, so
The devil
this
went down to
high
Georgia.
school English teacher is being placed on leave after the St. Clair School District discovered she performs on the and STL.29 calls it the pornography website OnlyFans. Now I don't know what she does on her page. Is it just like topless pictures?
And do they presume that it's a porno site? So they're saying you're on a porno site.
The 28-year-old teacher at St. Clair High School, Brianna Coppage, said in an interview with the Post-Dispatch that she was put on leave Wednesday after being interviewed by 2 administrators. Her access to school email and other software has been revoked while the district investigates. She says, it was kind of always like this cloud hanging over my head, like I never knew when I would be discovered. Then about 2 weeks ago, my husband and I were told that people were finding out about it, so I knew this day was coming. So she knew if she got caught.
Oh, okay.
If people knew that she had an OnlyFans page, she would be disciplined in some way.
Got to be something in the contract or something because you're a state employee, right?
And a teacher's way in here. Do you sign like a morals clause? Is there something when you're hired?
Listener Joe says our teacher contracts, even when he was in public school, indicated that we represented the school and district even when we were off duty. So there is a morals clause in there.
Yeah, we have morals clauses here.
Yeah.
I work here at this radio station. We are prohibited from doing.
We do?
Certain.
I should have read that contract. I should have read that contract.
We are
See,
prohibited.
I do want to know
from certain
the
things.
board member or whoever was the one that found us, and he's like, yes, I will study OnlyFans and see if any of our teachers are
Yeah, can I
on
use
there.
the district credit card?
I
Sign up.
can't make that meeting, sir, on Thursday. That's my monthly scan OnlyFans for staff day. Takes hours.
Not that kind of staff.
Hours. It's a big site.
Well, this was like growing up in the 80s and 90s where you would hear rumors of teachers being strippers in their
Yeah.
off time,
Yeah.
you know, and that was that's where I don't really care about this. As long as
But once the kids find out,
yeah,
you've lost the room.
I agree, but
It's also
So what?
there's also an argument to be made that was in the past because we have we had a teacher in our middle school that was in Playboy like in the 70s.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Oh my God!" And we talked about it for like 4 days, and then it was over because it was like it was in the past. Somebody finds the magazine, they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is Mrs. So and So," and then nobody cares, and then
Right.
it's over. And
Yeah.
I'm sure the school knew it years before
Okay,
we did.
let's say, now, and I'm not saying this, I don't know what was on this woman's page. I'm saying hypothetical here. Let's say you find out your teacher had an OnlyFans, and the OnlyFans page was just her banging like 10 dudes at once. Like she was, like her specialty was gangbangs.
okay.
Well, at least you started small for your hypothetical.
Okay, but I'm just saying though.
Let's just say hypothetically, it's something like 10-guy gangbang.
Nothing weird.
Goodness.
No, I'm going to the extreme. I'm going to the
Okay.
extreme because if you are a high school, if you're in her English class and you knew that your teacher, that was what she did,
Yeah, I'm asking for my allowance that night, and I'm getting
Like,
on
that is-
OnlyFans.
you know, the teacher is supposed to be in the position of authority.
Yeah. And morale or
tell you
moral
Yeah.
like behavior and
Sure.
whatnot. Yeah. But also like I guess I'm just
If you watch your teacher take on 10 men,
So
what's
an
more
inside,
authoritative than that?
somebody who says they have knowledge and know the couple.
okay.
They're in our feedback
Saw that.
here, and they said that it was a student using their parents' account, found her, then ran around telling everybody.
Okay. Well, see, so that means mom or dad, I don't know who out of that family, had an account. The kid cracked the code, got in there. And then, you know, to me, it's like this teacher isn't doing harm to anyone. She's trying to make more money. Teachers need to be paid more, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. I'm not clutching my pearls right now. I'm going, this is just embarrassing for her. She has lost the room. Unfortunately, she'll
She
probably
lost
lose
the
her
room.
job. I hate that. But is she a terrible person?
No,
this is
I'm
the
not
world we
saying that
live
at all. I'm
in.
not
I
saying
don't
that
think
at all.
anybody's saying that. I don't even know if the school is saying that. But you got to admit that would be a colossal distraction.
Absolutely, it is.
If all the kids, because you can't blame the kid. Kid's like a
Yeah, but dude,
a
I
They're
think
curious.
What is it,
Yeah,
middle
the
school, like,
kids-
oh my God, can you imagine him going,
oh my
Holy
God.
cow.
how do I tell?
Stanley.
I don't want to tell anybody. I mean, come on.
I literally had to go pick up my football coach, passed out in his car outside of a bar in West Frankfort native.
Was it behind
say
the
it's-
tavern or
It was,
Main Street?
gosh, that sounds right.
Probably 212.
To take him to Saturday morning JV practice because he was just like a party monster on the weekends. And pick him up, back of the car, sleeping it off, driving him to JV Saturday morning football practice. And then he'd like lay in the end zone, hung over with his sunglasses on, and be like, "All right, run the sprint." And I'm like, nobody said a word about that.
Right.
And I'm like, this isn't a new thing. Teachers are
Human.
human. They have human foibles and follies just like everyone else. So it's like
Listen,
kind of a glass house situation.
I would
to me.
bug out if I saw my teacher at a grocery store.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Out of
Yeah,
the
man.
classroom.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man,
whoa.
Miss
You're not,
Carano
Carano
eats
eats
food?
celery.
you're not a real person.
Whoa.
Right.
You live in that little closet that's in your room.
Yeah, I said in the office, this is the front line, picket sign, like pay us more, so we
Well,
don't have
and-
to do OnlyFans.
And Jessica on the feedback says, yeah, St. Clair is one of the lowest paying school districts in the area. And Jessica here says, so she taught English to freshmen and sophomores, made about $42,000 a year. She says she's earned an additional $8,000 to $10,000 per month on OnlyFans.
Dang.
So that's an extra like
How
80,
much?
90. It's 8 to 10 grand per month.
There you go.
So that's between 8, 90.
So if she had to lose one of the jobs, that's the one to lose.
Right.
And also, like, she, up until this point, I don't know how long this woman has had her OnlyFans, but until, you know, it didn't leak. It's not like she was promoting it and it got out. It was because, and I'm not blaming the kid. The kid's a curious kid, middle school. That's rite of passage, is to be curious about, you know, risque things and whatever. But like, it's not like she was promoting it and trying to out herself. I don't know.
At the same time, though, and she says, you know, no content was filmed or posted while she was on school grounds. She said she chose OnlyFans because its content is available only to subscribers, and she thought it would help protect her identity. But again, at the beginning of the story, remember, she said it was always like a cloud hanging over my head. I never knew when I would be discovered. So it sounds like she knew if she was found out that she would be.
Also, how embarrassing is it for this these parents of this kid? Because now, I mean, let's not just glaze over that. They have OnlyFans subscription accounts. Like, what are they looking at?
Well, the kid's not in the story. Nobody knows the kid's name.
Well, and that's fine. I'm not saying we should, but there's people in that district because they know that person, the kid. They know the parents. Like, that has to be embarrassing for the parents, too. This whole situation.
Let me tell you, you could spot the kid because he's the one holding court in the cafeteria.
He's on a table.
Tell us again, Ryan.
And then
he's standing on top of the table with his phone.
Yeah.
Like,
and then
It's like Simba from the Lion King.
no, he's telling the story of your hypothetical. And then another guy comes in the room.
Yes.
Not saying that was what you did. And our little insider here on the feedback. Let us know. Did you get a chill?
Yeah, I caught a chill. Wow, out of nowhere. Sorry about that.
The news.
Let us know what was on the page. Like, what kind of content was it? Was it
Send
topless
me
photos?
the link.
No, I don't want. I just want to know what it was.
I want to promote. She almost lost her job, but let's promote her.
She
She hasn't lost her job yet.
And this is only
she's
her
on
side gig.
Administrative leave.
So
Teaching is her side gig.
I think the right thing to do is to go subscribe to her OnlyFans.
If she does lose her job, then yes. Absolutely.
I
Rise
just think
up.
it's the right thing to do.
I just want to know.
I'm not doing it because I want to see. I'm doing it as an act of solidarity.
Yep.
I'm
To
doing
pay
it
teachers
because I want to support teachers making more money, and I'm doing it because I want to support a sex-positive environment in the United States of America.
Thank you, Ray.
It's not because I want to see if it's a 10-guy gangbang. I'm telling you that. Could care less.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't
only
matter
one
to me.
person's thought. Yeah.
That's on you, dude. I'm cool with a 5-guy gangbang. Or lower. Even one guy.
But then our other
One guy is not a
teachers
gangbang.
You're right.
and representatives, like, she's not the only person to have an OnlyFans in the school districts of America.
No,
So this
she
is-
just get, and every once in a while you hear these stories because they
Yeah.
get caught.
Right. So does everybody close down their OnlyFans, or do they close down teaching and full-time OnlyFans? You know?
You know the inherent risks if you're a teacher and
Absolutely.
this is a possibility, like this could possibly happen to you.
Well, we were talking about in the past. We've talked about people losing jobs, teaching jobs, due to just posting like party type pics on Instagram. Like, hey, here I am getting hammered in Vegas, blah blah blah. You know, that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Because I think that falls under whatever clauses is in those contracts about them representing the districts. Blah blah blah.
My sister is becoming a lawyer. Like, she graduates from law school next year, and she does not, and she's had such great discipline with herself. I mean, she's 24, 25 years old. She parties and has a good time. You see none of it online. And this started back when she was an undergrad. Like, she was like,
Yeah,
I'm not
because-
posting anything because when I become an attorney, possibly go into
I
politics.
don't want any of this stuff going out or coming back to haunt me.
Exactly. I know.
Ever.
And so
The internet is forever.
shout out to anybody who has that discipline, that they're thinking 10 years down the line
course.
for their career. Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart.
Man.
That's smart. You don't want anything to possibly, even if it's the smallest thing,
Right.
that could be blown up and taken out of context. You don't want that to ruin your chances at anything.
Sure.
At least that's the way I think about things. But Brianna says that she was introduced to OnlyFans by friends here in St. Louis who are content creators on the site. Since her account began to surface, she says her account has gained about 100 new subscribers. She's more than doubled her subscription prices, so she plans to continue posting on the site.
Okay.
She's making more money doing that.
I love how we're condemning a teacher for making extra income for being a private OnlyFans person. Now she's getting more subscribers, and like, it has to be that community of people who know her. It's like parents, like
Is this-
single dads now.
was this on
are
purpose, you think?
subscribing.
where she was ready to quit teaching anyways, and she knew that she's making so much money. She's like, this will give me more
Making
ads.
way more money doing this.
The promo.
And everyone's promoting me for free.
And that is the
She's
sad.
played us all.
Yeah.
That is so sad that literally teachers are having to do sexualized things on OnlyFans to make more money than they are making.
There's other ways to make
in their
more
own
money.
districts. Like that's really. Let me just
She
say,
could
as
get
a
a
blanket, that's
lemonade
really
stand.
sad.
Right,
Exactly.
Scott? She could open up
I
a lemonade
crushed it mine
stand.
yesterday. I made 65 cents.
My mother worked at a popcorn stand in the summers.
Yeah, a lot of teachers have side hustles.
And I wish they wouldn't have to have that.
Sure.
$90,000 popcorn stand.
No, definitely not.
Has your mom on OnlyFans?
No.
Would your mom have done OnlyFans had it
Mama
been available?
It was
Mama,
in Crestwood Plaza.
would Mama Moon do OnlyFans? Come on.
What's the hypothetical, Rizz?
Hypothetically, Mama Moon. No, we're not going there. Moon.
But hey, man,
We are
whatever.
not.
I would assume my inheritance would be big.
Scott.
That's a good point. Silver lining, bud. Way to find it.
Okay, so she got an OnlyFans, and she does whatever. What about a teacher doing like mainstream porn as a side hustle? Stuff you could find without a subscription.
Yeah, that would be worse. That's why this isn't so
Be
bad.
better for the kids.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
paywall.
No paywall.
Yeah.
The accessibility
No,
matters.
but no paywall. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna follow that. Let's see what happens with this. Nice looking woman, by the way. And our insider, please let us know what she's got on there.
Yo, the accessibility definitely has to matter because that site, I'm assuming, has like an age thing or
Right.
something, right? Like
Pornhub?
you can't- No,
only
no.
OnlyFans? I
OnlyFans.
think it said 18 and over.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So if there's something that is supposed to be providing that's some sort of barrier there,
Right.
that has to matter than something that's just Googleable.
Love the use of Googleable.
Yeah,
Googleable. Googleable. Googleable.
Anybody know the story of Gypsy Blanchard?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, what was the movie called?
Mommy Dead and Dearest.
From Missouri. One of the wildest stories. It was a fantastic documentary. I believe it was on Hulu.
Yeah. There's a couple out there now.
Well, it was made into a movie, too. Like, there was, like, a movie about it.
Right.
But I didn't see the movie. I saw the documentary.
Was it good?
Gypsy Blanchard, the woman from Missouri, who conspired to kill her abusive mother after being forced for years to pretend she was disabled. She is getting out. Granted parole. So the Missouri Department of Corrections confirmed that Gypsy, who's now 32, is expected to be released on December 28th. So she had 385 days of credit time served in a county jail before beginning her sentence. And in accordance with the state statutes, the Missouri Parole Board granted her parole with the rest of her sentence to be served under community supervision outside of the prison. So she was serving 10 years after pleading guilty to second-degree murder in 2015. Her mom, Dee Dee Blanchard, I guess Gypsy's boyfriend murdered her.
Okay. That sounds right.
So Dee Dee, if you watch the documentary, forced Gypsy to undergo like unnecessary medical treatments, told everybody she had cancer.
Oh my gosh.
Shaved her head, made her made her go around in a wheelchair when she was not sick.
Wow.
Right.
She was not sick.
Classic Munchausen's by proxy.
Munchausen by proxy. So the boyfriend, Nicholas, was also convicted, and she was stabbed to death.
Wow.
They stabbed Dee Dee to death.
Oh, man.
Gypsy wound up testifying at his trial that she talked him into coming from his house in Wisconsin to Springfield to commit the killing because she thought it was the only way out.
Wow.
She says she was forced to live in a wheelchair because of her mom most of her life. And her mother made people believe she had muscular dystrophy, bad eyesight, poor hearing, just so people would give them money.
Yeah.
They got a house, they got trips to Disney.
Awful. There was a book called A Child Called It back in the day that I read, and it was about an abusive parent who was just so terrifying and awful to their child, to one of their children. And the minute this story came out of Springfield, so many years ago, I was like, God, this is just child abuse. This poor girl didn't know, what was going on in her life. She was trusting her mom mom knows what's wrong with me, and I don't realize I have all these. She probably felt very healthy, but didn't know any better.
From I think, like New Orleans to Springfield. The dad was not in the picture at all. And she was under the thumb of her mother.
Right.
She wasn't able to participate in any, childhood activities because of what her mother was doing to her. She said in an interview in jail, she is more free in jail than she was with her mother.
It's wild, man.
So that says a lot.
Dang.
Dude, there's a good. I think that maybe it was Hulu. There was like a show. Patricia Arquette plays the mom. I remember that.
Is that the movie version of this?
The movie version of it. I watched it. It was good, but it was like a mini series of like.
Was it the movie version of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Mommy, Dead, and Dearest.
Yeah.
What was the documentary then? What was that called?
I had it here.
The HBO documentary is Mommy, Dead, and Dearest.
Okay, that's the one I saw. HBO documentary. Hulu was the dramatization of it.
Yes.
Okay.
But it was wild. Like some of the stuff.
I Love You to Death.
Yeah.
Might have been the title of that.
It was good.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the documentary, dude, crazy. But she's getting out.
And she looks good.
She looks good. I mean, if you see pictures of her,
How much time did she do?
she was
over a year.
That's it.
she was sentenced. No, she was sentenced in. She pled guilty in 2015.
Oh, okay.
Sentenced to 10 years, so she's getting out 2 years early.
Gotcha. Time is so weird.
Yeah.
Like what?
I know it'd be a year. She had 385 days of credit time served. Okay, so she's getting out a year early.
What about the guy?
He's serving a life sentence.
Damn.
Because he actually committed the murder, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be sympathetic to him, but what a terrible. If you look at it from his perspective, he was trying to help his girlfriend out in this very abusive situation, but you can't be killing people.
Can't be killing people.
No.
Yeah. Gypsy's getting out. Also, another local story here, and this kind of hits close to home. So my son plays hockey, and he plays for Chesterfield, the Chesterfield Falcons, and they played down at the Maryville University Ice Arena, which is down in Chesterfield. One of the new rinks they built. Anybody been there yet? Nice, gorgeous facility. So we got all the parents got a notice like, hey, there's been kind of a creepy guy that's been coming to these games, stalking out a kid.
Wow.
And they sent everybody a picture. Like, hey, if you see this guy here, call the authorities.
Wow.
This guy's been caught. Headline, KMOV, Imperial man charged with stalking teen hockey player.
Oh, boy.
And the details are, and I first thought when I received like the picture of the guy, I was like, probably like an ex-husband who, is not supposed to be seeing the kid or not supposed to be around the family. Again, that's where my mind goes. This is way, way worse.
Oh, no.
Way worse. 53-year-old Imperial man charged with stalking a 17-year-old hockey player, at one point allegedly going to the victim's workplace, posing as his father to obtain his athletic schedule.
Whoa.
So Chesterfield police stated in charging documents that Chris Falkenberry indicated to officers during questions that he was glad he was caught. He was glad they caught him, and his words, before his actions escalated.
Oh,
Jeez.
Oh, my
man.
goodness. Do we know what his plans were?
No, but he said before I did something I
Would regret.
would regret.
Wow.
Thank you for catching me.
Huh?
Oh, my goodness. That is the most,
I'll be going now. Thank you, guys. Lesson learned.
that's
Yeah.
like the most bittersweet thing you can say. Like, I'm so happy to hear that he's aware of that and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. And also, maybe the creepiest sounding thing of all time.
Yeah.
I just watched another thing like that where this dude was stopped at a church. I don't know if it was like a church school, but it was like kids were outside playing, and he had posed as this girl's dad, got into the classroom, almost got her out until they realized.
Terrifying.
And then when the cops came, he slowly revealed to them. It was like a body cam thing I watched. He slowly kind of revealed that he had targeted this girl and been following her around. And
Well, in this story here, so prosecutors on Wednesday charged Falkenberry with one count of first-degree stalking. So he's in custody on a $75,000 cash-only bond. If he posts bond, the courts have ordered him to have no contact with the victim, submit to GPS monitoring. According to the charging documents, this guy would routinely go to this kid's place of employment and talk to him, which made the kid uncomfortable. During those encounters, he would ask for the kid's hockey schedule. And the kid was like, nah, you know, I'm not going to give you my hockey schedule. You know, you're kind of creeping me out. Refused to give the schedule. So then he allegedly went to the team's job while the team was not working, posed as the kid's father, got his hockey schedule from another employee. He then went to the kid's hockey game, which caused the kid to be frightened and distressed. During questioning by Chesterfield police, he admitted going to the kid's job regularly to speak to him. He told police he fantasized sexually about him, indicated he was glad he was caught before it escalated. This guy's got a prior conviction for indecent exposure. So we don't have cases, we don't have details on that, but he pled guilty in 2017 and was fined $300.
Wow.
For that. So and the picture that was sent to all the parents. I mean, he
looked like a lurker.
Yeah, did I show you the picture?
I saw it. Somebody else posted it online, like some other person I know. Yeah, that's the pic.
Yeah.
He looks like Jim the Anvil Neidhart with his hands in both his pockets. Wild.
But the rink's a little safer. Rink's a little safer these days, guys.
Yeah.
That guy needs help.
That guy needs, a lot of help.
And I hope he gets
He needs to stay away from the friggin' hockey arena.
He does, and I hope he gets all the help he can get. Like, that's terrible.
I think they should lock him in a room with an ice rink floor with Brett Hull, Tony Twist, a couple other old school enforcers, and be like, "You like hockey, bud? Well, you're about to get a crash course and just check his ass off every wall.
Put him on skates.
Put him on skates and be like, this is your dream scenario? Give Brett Hull like 12 Budweisers and just let it happen.
Shut the rink down.
Yeah, dude, put him out and hey, Centene, I know how to save you. I know how to save the money you lost. Sell tickets to this.
Oh, you can sell tickets, yeah.
Put this dude center ice, put him on skates.
And put the goons out there.
Put the goons out. Give Brett Hull, let him bong like
we got
12
Tony Twist out there, get Cam Jansen.
Yeah.
And then just put on AC/DC's Big Guns and just... Oh, yeah! That guy, watch that guy. All he has to do is make it off the ice. Be like, blow a whistle, and like when you get off the ice, it's over. And just let those guys pummel his ass for about an hour and a half.
This ends when you get off the ice.
I'd pay $1,000 to watch that. I would easily pay it. This ends when you get off the ice. And I bet he never wants to attend a hockey event again for the rest of his life. Mm. That's some good swamp justice there. I stand by it.
You put him at... Okay. Oh, I love this. Put him at center ice.
Yeah.
Okay, here's on pitch. Man, the showbiz part of me.
Pitch it.
Showbiz.
Spotlight on him.
You get the 10 guys from the teacher's gangbang. You bring them.
He's on skates. Okay, then like either Master of Puppets or Welcome to the Jungle starts.
Okay.
It's dark.
It's dark.
It's just like one light
on him. And then the lights come on. And when you watch like the Blues come out of like out of the locker room onto the ice for the pre-skate, then like you start sending the goons out.
That's right.
Here comes Tony Twist. Here comes Cam Jansen.
Skating in a circle.
People are on their feet.
Here comes Paul Bissonnette.
Is Louis out there just...
Louis in the stands, beating the drum.
Yeah.
And your job, you have like 4 or 5 goons out there.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, throw Kelly Chase out there. I'm sure he still got it.
All the alumni. Let's go.
All the alumni, get out there.
This is the alumni night.
You just have to get off the ice in this sense.
Right. And they all have sticks, too.
Yep.
And there are no rules with the sticks.
There are no rules.
In this game.
Yep. And you let the kid's dad drive the Zamboni.
Yep. I'm down.
Would it get blood off the ice?
Don't know.
Or just block the door with it.
What kind of games are they going to do for this on the screen and stuff? Do they do the kiss cam? Do they do all the games you got to...
Yeah, we'll make this a full event.
Yeah.
Well, Centene, I think we just solved your problem here today.
That's right.
I don't know what kind of waivers are going to have to be signed for this, but...
Yeah, of course Brett Hull will sing Gloria before...
Yeah.
Yeah, before every major event.
Glory hole. Glory hole.
We got your number.
That's right. And I would just like to say, not that I'm not enjoying this, because I could do another hour on this event. Someone did send me the Teachers Only Fans link.
Oh.
And Rizz, you weren't far off, buddy.
No way.
She's all in. The descriptions are. This isn't a dip your toes in OnlyFans. This is an all in. I don't know how much of this I can say on the air, and I don't want to get dumped today, so I'm just going to show it to you, and you can list off her little list of what she's into.
Oh, wow. That is quite the plethora.
Oh, she does it all.
That's everything.
She teaches, too.
That's
everything. I know we can say orgy. Yeah?
Yeah.
You
No,
didn't give me the
the
look.
other stuff I'm going to steer away from.
All right. Swap? You say swap,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Full swap?
That's fine.
Centine, we got another idea for you.
That's,
Wow.
Your fave MILF, subscribe, and let's have some fun.
Yeah.
That is her.
okay. I can see why she's making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every month.
Great hair, by the way.
That's what I noticed, too. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let me see the
extensions.
let me
Well
see
done.
let me see what the picture on the page.
You can't really see.
This is
face.
just a screenshot someone sent me of her OF. I'd have to actually go to it, but I'll go to it.
Well, I saw a picture of her as
On the Hubbard servers. Trust me, I do sex toy of the week. They've seen way worse.
Seen way worse.
All of our Googling in this room collectively
Way worse.
is terrible.
Oh, yeah. On the
Way worse.
daily.
All right, one more thing before we hit the Craigslist Freak of the Week, because we do have to crown a winner. And by the way, what a friggin' close competition today.
Yeah.
What a close competition. We'll have the 2 ads for you there. We're moving on to the quarterfinals of the Freak of the Year. But, dictionary.com added a bunch of new definitions a couple weeks ago. Remember we went over that list? Well, now it's Merriam-Webster's turn. They just added 690 new words and terms to the Merriam-Webster dictionary. And
Wow.
this is, I think, Scott's favorite dictionary.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's the one I only use. It's the best one.
Mm-hmm.
The go-to.
I think it's most accurate, except for
Yeah.
the misspellings, but
He doesn't-
otherwise it's perfect.
He
Red
didn't care
book?
so much about Webster.
Yeah.
More of a Merriam fan.
Now, a lot of
The unabridged
these
is-
words are new words young people are using, but there are also a couple words that I was surprised they didn't have in there already, like tiny house or forever chemical and TTYL for talk to you later. Mm-hmm. Again, these are words and terms that are going into the dictionary. Like girl boss, that's now in. Girl boss. An ambitious and successful businesswoman or entrepreneur. You know what's also being added?
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, Rizz.
Nice.
R-I-Z-Z. Rizz. Romantic appeal or charm. It is short for charisma.
That's right.
Yep.
You know how words change their meaning over time? Well, it'll just be fun to see what this one turns into eventually. I'm excited.
There's mid, which is something that's not great, not awful. It's just mid. Doggo, slang for dog.
That's
TFW, which is short for what? TFW.
Till
This-
further, TFW.
till further
No.
Wednesdays.
Till
This, remember, this is now in Merriam-Webster's dictionary.
TFW.
TFW, short for
The front wipe.
the
The
front
front
wipe.
wipe.
That feeling when.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How about NGL?
Not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie. All right. Look
I
at
Hip
am
up in
so
this.
cool.
UAP.
Oh, that's an unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Yeah, you got it.
Right. Yeah. Slowly
It's the new
back
term for
into it.
UFO.
Yeah. Which I don't love. I don't love.
You want to keep UFO?
I do. Unidentified flying object.
What's do they have the water one as well? The
Unidentified water
submersible
phenomenon.
or
No,
whatever?
I don't see that one. Jorts, short for jean shorts. Another one I'm surprised they didn't have in there yet.
Yeah, no kidding.
Speed run. Speed run.
Speed run.
Is
For you
that where you
gamers out
run
there.
fast?
When you play an entire video game as fast as possible.
Oh. Okay.
There's quiet quit to do the minimum amount of work required. Rage quit to suddenly stop practicing or engaging in something in a fit of anger and frustration. Thirst trap, which is something that we use a lot for King Scott.
Yep, sorry.
Thirst trap, a photo or video shared to attract attention or desire. Grammable. Grammable. Something worthy of being posted on Instagram.
That's so grammable.
What's doom scroll?
Oh, that's when you're laying in bed at night and you're existential crisis comes up and you start scrolling the headlines and you start thinking the world's ending.
Yep. Excessively scrolling through news or other content that makes you feel sad, anxious, or angry. Finsta, slang for a secret Instagram account, short for fake Insta. Kayfabe.
Kayfabe.
That's the wrestling term.
Yep, that's a wrestling term.
Not letting the audience in on the behind the scenes, like maintaining character.
It dates back to at least the 80s. It's the unspoken agreement between professional wrestlers and fans to pretend it's all real.
Yep. And you get in trouble for breaking it. It's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H and those guys got in trouble for breaking kayfabe at WrestleMania. Somebody was retiring from the company, and they were supposed to be sworn enemies, and they ended up, hugging each other in the ring and hoisting each other's arms up, and Vince McMahon fined them and suspended them for it. It used to be a big deal.
It was a big deal when we
you
all
ever
thought
watch
it was
those
real.
If you watch the old, like wrestling, Tales from the Road, all these old, like before WWE was a thing, like in the 70s when it was a regional thing, and all these crazy Southerners, pistol-toting guys with cowboy hats were like in charge of wrestling, like if they caught you like eating at the same restaurant together, because people thought, people used to think it was real and like attack the villains.
Dude, when I thought Hulk Hogan
Dude's got
really
stabbed.
hated Andre the Giant and body slammed him at WrestleMania 3,
Yeah.
I thought that was 100% real.
Wait, what?
Trigger alert for
I
Scott.
really thought
It's still.
I really
what is
thought
real?
Ultimate Warrior was from parts unknown.
It's still
Yeah.
real to me, damn it.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Can I believe in now?
Do I gotta play that? You ever hear that clip?
Didn't that happen somewhat recently with the guy who was sick and he came out? But that was kind of intentional, right?
What do you want me to look up on her OF? I've got it pulled up.
We're gonna do this off the air.
Okay. Well, I've got it pulled up for research.
I just want to see.
Okay, I'll subscribe. Fine. Fine. If that's what for the show,
Anything
Rafe's
for the
already
show.
got his credit card out.
for the show,
I didn't
cool.
even have an account before then.
John Kiowski.
At Hubbard Radio.
No, there was a
corporate card.
yeah. I thought when I was a kid watching that wrestling, all that stuff was real. I thought Hacksaw Jim
Same.
Duggan really did walk around with a 2x4.
Yeah.
That was his thing.
Yeah.
But there was some kind of wrestling expo, and there was a wrestler giving an impassioned speech, and then a fan stood up, and he was even more passionate about wrestling.
Next question, Jeff. Where are you? Right there.
Yeah. I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for all you've done to your bodies. It's still real to me, damn it. Thank you.
easy, man.
Thank y'all guys.
Take it easy, man.
It's all like, hey, dude,
Take it easy,
relax.
Who was that?
Some fan.
I don't know.
You said take it easy, man.
I
It was some
pretend-
panel.
I pretend it's Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Sounded like it was Ted DiBiase.
I pretend it's Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who's always, always like straining and struggling. Yeah. But in that moment is like, hey, take it easy, man.
Take it easy, brother.
so good.
You're freaking me out.
That's how I like
Yeah,
to
take it
say
easy, man.
I'm
He's
sure it
in the
is.
blue.
There's a restraining order.
There was a kid in my school, and he was probably telling the truth. And I remember he was ridiculed mercilessly because he saw Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper eating together at like a Ponderosa. All the wrestlers were like eating. And like this is at the peak of 80s.
It's real to me, damn it.
Yeah. And everyone's like, you're a liar. Everyone at school was like, you're a liar. You're an idiot. They would never be. They hate each other.
hate
And
each
I'm like,
other,
oh,
yeah.
they probably were. They probably
Did you see
were
the last
having
episode
dinner.
of Piper's Pit?
Yeah.
They hate each other.
Maybe it was Peace Talks.
We had a thing called the Weekly Reader, which was like the classroom newspaper. And there was a kid, my buddy Derek, loved wrestling, would put you in the figure four leg lock on the playground. And it does hurt
It does hurt.
a lot. And he would do it. And then you would want to cry. But that was when they came out and said wrestling is no longer going to be shown on ESPN. Because it was on ESPN when we were kids. It was shown on Sports Network because they hadn't really come out and admitted that it was choreographed. And they finally had to come out and say, hey, this is entertainment, not sports.
Yeah, sports
And they
entertainment.
had to move over to like a different network. And Hulk Hogan was on the cover, ripping off his thing.
Yeah.
It was on ESPN.
Wrestling's
back then?
fake.
I don't remember.
It's no
I thought it was on
longer.
network.
It was on ESPN.
I thought it was
Wrestling
like
at the
Saturday
Chase was on
mornings on
ESPN for a long time.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And,
wow.
dude, my teacher thought it'd be funny because he was in the bathroom to like flip the newspaper over on his desk and let us all watch his reaction when he flipped it over to see that Hulk Hogan was like, headline, wrestling's fake, no longer be shown. And dude, he turned into a pro wrestler. His fist started shaking. He started crying, flipped his desk over, went out the window. You know the windows in the classroom that open like this?
Yeah.
Open like a drawer, an old school? He just dove out of that thing. Like it was open.
Why?
He ran away.
Have ropes,
He
Rizz,
pissed him off so bad that he freaked out.
He did not have a top rope.
He walked to the next town over on the railroad tracks. They had to go send a search party out for this kid. He was so mad. I think that he was so angry and didn't know what to do as a kid that his brain shut off and his body took over. He just jumped out the window and ran down the railroad tracks, not knowing where he was going.
Pure instincts.
Super pissed. Going to find Hulk Hogan, probably. In his mind, in the child's mind, he's like, I got to go talk to Hulk Hogan. And I don't know where he is, but I know he's not here, and jumps out the window.
Because he found out wrestling was fake?
Oh, dude.
Well, and we found him.
Next question, Jeff. Where are you? Right there.
There he is.
Jeff.
I just want to thank each and every one of y'all
I've been walking for years.
for all you've done to your
I've been
bodies.
walking.
I've been
Southern
walking
Illinois.
the tracks.
It's still real to me, damn it. I mean, thank you.
Yeah, man. Does your mother know where you are?
Take it easy, man.
Take it easy,
be all
man.
right.
I've been walking since I left school. Jumped out a window.
I walked here from Southern Illinois.
Wild. Absolutely wild.
That's the greatest.
A couple more terms here that are going into Merriam-Webster's dictionary. A couple sports terms here. Kiss and cry. Kiss and cry. This is a professional ice skating thing. It's the area just off the ice where they sit and wait to see their scores.
Oh,
That's the kiss and cry area.
wow.
Yeah.
Never heard that before.
Beast mode.
It's the area that guy was
Every
trying
day
to
of
get
my
into.
life.
Beast mode every day. Yeah.
Beast mode.
Beast mode. Learn
Does,
every day.
Does that one dude, the old Seahawks player, does he get a cut of that?
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah. Didn't he? I mean, wasn't he the one that started
He
that?
was beast mode. Like if a running back runs somebody over, you might say, wow, that was beast mode.
Didn't he try to like trademark that in some way? I thought he did for like a drink or something.
I think you're right.
And some other things.
He was, remember, he was all about Skittles. Marshawn
Who
Lynch.
isn't?
That dude's
Yeah.
I don't like Skittles.
Get the hell out.
I'm not a fan either,
Exactly.
They create phlegm.
I like the grittiness.
Oh, really?
Oh, you want to mess
Like
with
'em.
somebody? Put
Man.
a couple Skittles in a bowl of M&Ms.
I know a dude who's actually a professional wrestler now, who had the nickname Skittles for a long time there because he ate so many Skittles. Had to stop because I think he broke 3 molars out.
Yeah.
Oh, I can imagine like sores on your mouth.
Dude, it weakened his teeth so much, like all the sugar and the nastiness. He messed up his teeth so bad that he broke molars.
Jeez.
And he said,
Yeah, 'cause
"Yeah, it's because I ate so many Skittles."
You got to like chew really to get through those.
Dude, the sour Skittles. Oh,
Skittles could go to hell.
Oh,
you
man.
can go to hell.
Dude, I'm surprised. What were those things called? They were like gobstoppers,
Yes.
but they were hot. They were little red balls.
Oh, yeah. And
They were
Like
hard.
jawbreakers?
They were so hard. Yeah, but it wasn't called a jawbreaker. It was called something.
No, yeah.
Fireballs.
Maybe fireballs.
Yeah. Oh, those are good too, man.
Those things were as hard as a railroad rock, dude. And
Yeah.
we were crunching them up every recess.
Cinnamon jawbreakers.
Yep.
Were they called fireballs?
These are just
they were called Fireballs.
They
I think
just
you're
say
right.
cinnamon jawbreaker candy balls. You can get them in 5-pound bags. Oh man, this reminds
Order
me
'em.
of cherry sours. You ever had cherry sours?
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, let's get to the Craigslist Freak of the Week. So we're in the playoffs. It's round number 2. So Lern read 4 ads for us yesterday. 2 of these ads moving on to the quarterfinals of the Craigslist Freak of the Year tournament. Here's how it all shook out. Lern will read the 2 finalists.
Atomic fireball.
Atomic Fire. That's it.
That's it.
The
Here
Atomic
it is.
Fireball.
Here it is.
Cracker
Fire.
Barrel.
The yellow letters.
That was
The
it.
Atomic
dude. I
Fireball.
remember Atomic being involved. That's exactly
Those are
what it
damn
was.
good.
Those things were hard as a diamond, dude.
This was a very, very close competition today. So in 4th place, with 20.4% of your vote, we say goodbye to Jerry Can Smell.
Bye-bye, Jerry.
Bye, Jerry.
Bye.
Jerry was the guy who he was going to take you out to dinner. He's going to feed you some spaghetti and all this at a nice restaurant that he was going to get a box to go. You were going to go in the bathroom. You were going to take your week-worn,
Disgusting
used panties, put them on top of the leftover spaghettis, hand them to him. He's going to go home and have
Well,
them for dessert.
specifically a G-string.
Yes.
So you know that thing's getting up into different cracks there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Jerry can't smell. Goodbye.
Why is it called a G-string? We looked that up one day because it blew my mind.
Genitalia string.
That's what it
Is
was.
that it?
I believe so, yeah.
All right. Jerry can't smell was
Is that it? We really don't know.
was the first eliminated this week. Then we got the third place vote getter with 24.4% of your vote. We say goodbye to the number 18 seed, Todd Lern.
I think this was a mistake. This is the guy that I voted for. He is the guy
Same
who
with King
is,
Scott.
He's a sweet father who loves to teach lessons, firm discipline, and raise a loving kid. Since his kids have been gone, he misses them, so he wants you to come over and pretend to be his kid. And yes, there is sex involved.
Now, he doesn't explicitly say that. He does say you must be STD-free, uncut, and stacked. So I don't know where you're getting the sex thing from, but
Come on, man.
all right, get your mind out of the gutter.
What a close race. Look at that.
Well, I will tell you the winner, like the top vote getter, had
29.8.
29.8%. And the runner-up, who Lern's going to read right now, had 25.3%. Here we go. Moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs or the quarterfinals. Ladies and gentlemen, with 25.3% of your vote, the number 2 seed in the competition, Super Smash Brothers.
Looking for a woman up for anything, men for woman, 36 years old, Vancouver. My brother and I are very close, and his 30th birthday is next week. Looking for an adventurous woman who is willing to have a threesome with me and my bro. You be between 20 and 30 years old, dark-haired with huge knockers. Double D's or bigger, nothing sloppy, please. You're my gift to him. You'll show up at his house next Friday around 7. You two will have some drinks and start in on each other. After about 45 minutes, I'll join in. He won't know the plan. It's going to be a surprise. We've never had a threesome together, and I'm sure he won't mind sharing you. It'll bring us closer. We won't be doing anything to each other, but it will be pretty hot watching little bro get it on with you. I'm not going to lie. Please be generous to both of us. Let's make Lil Bro's 30th a memorable one. We can talk about pay afterwards. Hit me up and I'll send you a pic of the birthday boy. You won't be disappointed.
There you go, Super Smash Brothers. Moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs, joining our top vote getter, the number 7 seed with 29.8% of your vote. Congratulations, Craig Berube.
Man seeking pregnant woman, 53 years old, Halifax. Baby bump and looking to hump. This is exactly what it sounds like. I'm only aroused by pregnant people, preferably 6 months or higher, as this is when you will definitely be showing. Expecting mothers, do it for me. I lose control when I see a woman giving off that motherly glow as she waddles towards me with her large round belly. The bigger the better. And heavy knockers filled with milk.
Yum.
Baby isn't the only one who wants a bottle. If I can put my hands on your swollen tummy and feel the baby kicking, that would really set me up for next level pleasure and excitement. Hearing this, you may be thinking that I'm a weirdo who gets off on what's considered taboo, and maybe that's partially true. But after years of therapy, I realized I was the oldest sibling, and I lovingly watched my mommy prepare to deliver my younger sister, and that manifested into this fetish for me. At least this isn't a full-on Oedipus complex. It's just a dude who thinks all pregos are his cup of tea. But if you look like my mom, that's not a deal breaker. In fact, it's a bonus. She had brown hair and blue eyes, so feel free to send pics. After we have sex, can we pretend that the baby is mine? I can keep a secret. The real daddy doesn't need to know.
Yeah!
Nice.
Nailed it.
Oedipus. Oedipus.
You nailed that, and you nailed,
I nailed the post?
the end of the song. Well, congratulations, Craig Berube, moving on to the next round. So next week, another round 2 competition. Susan Boyle up against Jason Jisringhausen, against John Bon Jovi, up against Kinkerbell. Oh, man, we're getting down to it.
It's getting deep.
Very exciting. This is why we do this, guys.
Why we play the
This is
game.
why we play the game. I'm imagining all four of the competitors in the kiss and cry room.
Yep. Waiting.
Awaiting the judges' scores. All right, today's Team Rizz Remember the Day is brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor of Team Rizz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From Carrollton, Illinois, Zach Willis is our Team Rizz Remember the Day.
Yeah, Zach.
Zach is a committed daily listener, has never missed an episode of the show, appreciates the hilarious contests, games, and guests that stop by on occasion. Loves the banter between the show members and says, love, live, Rizz Show. Keep up the badassery, lady and gents. Should be long last, long live.
Long live the Rizz Show.
Love, live, Rizz Show. That's fine, too. Zach Willis from Carrollton.
Live, laugh, Rizz.
Yeah, instead of love, live, laugh.
Or love, laugh.
It's love, laugh,
Rizz.
Rizz.
What's the sign you hang on the...
I thought it was love, laugh,
Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love.
That's it. Yeah.
Rizz, laugh, love.
Zach Willis, congratulations. Team Rizz Remember the Day. Get super sweet Team Rizz Remember the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up, 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, crap on celebrities after the break. It is 7:18 Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2023 at WWT Raceway. NHRA Midwest National starts today and goes through October 1st. Get your tickets now. Exit ramp 270 southbound at the Ladue Road westbound is blocked due to a crash. Your point forecast today, warm and dry, high of 88. Right now it's 64 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
Lern, what do you got for us?
Goodbye Forever Netflix DVDs. 80 for Brady isn't the only Tom Brady movie that's going to happen. Brittany, the cops are here. Mick Jagger's kids are going to be pissed. And what's new in record stores and theaters?
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. All that and more next in your Crap on Celebrities. Stay there. Come back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams. 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow at 1057thepoint.com. Friday Fail Stories coming up. Rafe's In Memoriam. That'll be on the way in just a little bit.
Correct.
Hey, happy National Coffee Day, everybody.
Thank you.
And also with
Really
you.
appreciate
Happy
that, man.
National Coffee Day.
I love coffee.
I'm going to go make some instant right now. Just
Yeah,
celebrate.
Instant coffee.
We were talking about it earlier today.
Instant. Yeah, Moon's off coffee for the week.
Well, no. I'm trying to scale back, man. I just realized, like, if I miss a day, I have this colossal headache that just destroys my day. I don't want to be. I don't want to be. I don't want to be that susceptible to it. I don't want to be controlled by something like that.
You will not let coffee control your life.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it was. If I don't have it in the morning, I have a horrible headache. That's controlling my life. That's like addiction right there.
That's why you got to get rid of your brain. It keeps giving you headaches.
And you know what got me the thought is we do this like nice, slow process, French press, good coffee stuff on Saturday. I sat down with my wife and I was like, this is incredible. And I don't get to experience this every day because like the quick coffee here, it's good. I'm not saying it's
okay.
I'm not saying it's terrible
acceptable for free coffee.
But I think I want to like save it for Saturdays and Sundays. Just incredible coffee. Save me a little bit of money in the long run.
Yeah, man.
Save the headaches possibly. Reduce the addiction. So I went through gnarly withdrawals Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think I'm doing better now.
When did you start drinking coffee? Because I was really young.
Right out of the womb.
I was 6 years old. I'm not kidding.
Really, 6 years old?
Yeah, man.
That's why you're so short.
It is. I probably
cow.
my dad was like 6 foot. I could have had a couple more inches.
I was
but-
probably late 20s. I was late to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was, a teenager.
Hell yeah.
We used to go hang out at the Dunkin' Donuts.
Right on.
Get coffees there, light and sweet. Mm-hmm. Get coffee light and sweet.
Do people always start super early, or is that like a newer thing because of the, the prevalence?
I think nowadays kids are getting, like my daughter, who's 12, talks about like some of her friends getting coffees.
Yeah, so
Get
does,
the hell
so
out
does
of
my
here.
daughter.
Yeah.
My daughter bought coffee, has one of them Keurig things. I was like, whoa.
Is that too early?
Let's slow down. I don't know. I mean,
Well,
we're here doing it at 6.
Look at me.
She seems fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I grew up with sweet tea. We always had black tea in a fridge with tons of sugar, and that was from
Your go-to.
pretty much the same thing. I was probably 2 or 3 drinking
Yeah.
sweet tea and pounding that caffeine and getting headaches if I didn't have it for a week. And but Moon, don't you drink matcha?
I mean, on occasion, here and there.
It's
That's
not happy.
green tea.
It's
Not
not
really.
happy matcha day. Okay.
Matcha.
All right,
It's
that's a lot of caffeine.
It's happy National Coffee Day.
It's not a
That's
lot.
right.
It's less than the cup,
I love it.
I believe.
I love coffee. I love it.
I drink pots, not cups.
Fresh pots.
I do like the idea of little 6-year-old Lern, like
Smoking my Marlboro.
I was smoking a Salem Light 100 with your mom.
Give me the
and all of her friends at the table at a little, and I see the kitchen table of Southern Illinois, and it's that it's a 70s table that's been inherited. It's like yellow and it's got speckles all over it.
And the metal rim.
Formica.
The metal rim. Formica rim. You know exactly what table I'm talking about.
Breadcrumbs stuck in the middle of them.
It goes indoors or outdoors.
Yeah, because it's indestructible.
The reason I started so early was because my grandma had her beauty shop in the basement of my dad's house. And so I was 6 years old. Dad had me for the week. I would wake up in the summers, walk downstairs, all the ladies getting perms, smoking, and drinking coffee. Grandma had the sugar cubes and had a little coffee station. And I was like, well,
Were they what was it? Domino was the company?
Oh, yeah.
Domino's sugar cubes in the yellow box.
Talking trash on your first grade teacher, like, you're not going to believe what Regina wore to class the other day.
Did you hear Brianna's got an OnlyFans?
Ethel, hear me out.
Ethel, listen to me. I go in, okay? I bring her an apple. She doesn't even say thank you to me.
Can you believe this? Yeah, it was
I just love it.
Well,
just dishing it out.
According to the National Coffee Association, 63% of adults in America drink it daily. And most of us are not having 1 cup. The average is 2 or 3 cups a day. And it's not a small amount of coffee we're swilling down, but we're still not even close to number 1 if you look at other countries' per capita numbers. So Americans drink 324 cups per person each year. Lebanon, they are the biggest coffee drinking country in the world. Lebanon. They drink per person 1,516 cups. Damn. They are flying.
Oh my God.
I like that.
Get me over there.
Man.
So do they
And they
grow?
have that Turkish
do they
coffee,
grow as well?
Lebanon, Sweden's next at 1,184 cups per person each year. That's a lot of coffee. I don't know.
I wonder if it's cultural or maybe they they grow it. Because here what are we buying? We're buying all the Hawaiian stuff, the Costa Rican stuff,
the Colombian stuff,
some Kenyan stuff.
Wherever Folgers is made, stuff.
We were getting something for a minute there where every bag you bought helped these kids in Uganda, and I think the coffee was from Uganda, and it was incredible.
Nah, listen, I don't know where we get it in the kitchen here.
Caldi's.
That's Caldi coffee?
I think
thought
that is
so.
Caldi. I think it's back to Caldi.
I think so.
Like the beans in the
Yeah.
grinder?
Yeah, we have real coffee.
All right.
I believe so.
Yeah, we upgraded.
Because we had a partnership or somebody that worked here got us into
Right.
that.
I started ordering this pure roast, low acidity coffee because I drink so much of it, and I love it, dude. It's so good. It's like 80% less acidity, so you can pound a pot of it without getting you drink too much coffee, and then you're just like, oh, my stomach's kind of burning. It takes all that acidity away, and it still tastes good.
Well, as always with National Coffee Day, there are some deals to be had. Starbucks, no deals.
What?
No deals at Starbucks today. They're doing free coffee tastings in select cities, but that's it.
You get free cream in your diapers.
Only at one location in Baldwin. Krispy Kreme is giving out free cups of coffee today. No person necessary. Just walk in, get a free medium coffee or iced coffee. Dunkin' doing a free medium cup with any purchase for Dunkin' Rewards members. Circle K giving out free coffee day through the app and all weekend. Pilot Flying J truck stops have free coffee all day through their app. White Castle has a coupon for a free small coffee with any order.
Get you one of them Pilot coffees, take it into the shower.
Take a shower.
Yeah.
What a day. You'll come out there popping.
Yeah.
Woo!
Showered up and caffeined up.
Fresh and ready.
All right. Fresh pots.
You got
That was Dave Grohl, right?
It was.
In that video.
Fresh
screaming
pots.
for fresh pots. I
'Cause
think
he
he
loves it.
stopped. I think he stopped drinking coffee because I think he thought he was having a heart attack once.
I get it. And I'm with Moon. I've had to scale back completely. I drink tea on the show. I have my iced coffee when I'm driving in, and then I'm tea and cream when I'm here. But then on the weekends is when I really ramp up and try to kill myself.
Yeah, dude.
with 4 pots.
It's one of those. It's one of those few things that you can just kind of let slip in a matter of just a couple weeks and not even realize. Holy smokes! I'm drinking a half a pot a day.
On the weekend, I'll do the pour over. I got a pour over thing, and my wife's like, "What? Just make coffee like a human."
That stuff's good, though.
But
It's
I'm like a
fun.
chemist. the water's got to be 198 degrees.
Yeah.
man.
That's cool as hell.
You got the little electric water
Oh, I
heater
wait.
thing with the...
I weigh out. I weigh out in grams,
All right.
My
how many
man.
grams
Good.
of
My
fresh
Yeah.
fresh beans going. And
Do you ever make homemade whipped cream and put that on top of your coffee?
no, because the coffee I make
Oh.
is only meant to be drank black.
Yeah,
Well, you and I would not enjoy the same cup because I
went through all that
hand-make
hard
the
work.
whipped cream and
I
then
went through all that
dollop
hard
on
work,
there.
just like when I make a steak. I go through all that hard work.
That's pretty
of
cool.
getting it perfectly.
Dude.
Hey,
And you're gonna put what in it?
I'm gonna make homemade whipped cream,
Get the hell out of
vanilla.
here.
You put a
and-
tiny bit of like a very special honey, like a very unique honey, and it's so good. But dude,
man.
did you hear him describing what he was doing? You know, he was missing one thing.
What?
All he needs is his favorite vinyl record playing.
Exactly.
Because the way he described it was so like,
I know it's
I'm
smug
going to sit
and
on my
it's-
leather couch here
Right.
and
No,
listen
I'm-
to.
Hipster Rizz.
No, because I'm usually up before everybody in the house, especially on the weekends.
This is the jacket you need to be
Everybody
wearing.
has a tendency
Yeah.
to sleep till 10:30,
This is my coffee
including
jacket.
my dogs, by the way.
You need to borrow Moon's jacket. My record player. I'm going to give you a Robin Trower Bridge of Sighs. Okay, you're going to turn that on a Saturday morning. Your life, it's going to be like crisp fall air.
Yeah.
Best day of your life.
I
is
got,
gonna
I
happen.
got, you
coming
can
our
have all
way.
my old
Yeah.
New
I'm
Yorker
not going
magazines.
anyway.
Yes, you are.
I'm going my way.
If we had
forcing
if we had
relaxation on you.
described your whole pour over thing a few years ago, you would have shredded us, and now you're doing it, and you're
It
proud of it.
relaxes me.
I know.
Yeah,
that's
man.
what we're saying.
I got
Supportive.
Rafe. I got
That's what
like
we're
beakers out. I
saying.
got like I'm taking temperatures of
You're
things.
beacon, dude.
I'm
My old
beacon.
roommate was a coffee head, man. We had like a French press. He had the pour over. We had an espresso machine. He was into it.
Yeah.
I kind of miss it.
Yeah, Rizz finally understands
have all this stuff.
Radiohead, which is cool.
Hey.
Man, this is going to
Hey.
be so good.
All right, today is September the 29th. Back in the day, 234 years ago in 1789, Congress establishes the modern U.S. Army. Happy birthday, U.S. Army. The War Department
Hi.
set up this quote-unquote army with the strength of several hundred men.
Yes.
170 years ago, 1916, John D. Rockefeller was declared the first American billionaire in 1916 dollars. But modern historians think that was an exaggeration, and he had only 900 million at the time.
What a dork.
45 years ago, 1978, PJP1, Pope John Paul I, found dead in his Vatican apartment just 34 days after becoming the 263rd leader of the Roman Catholic Church. Rumors persist about his having been poisoned.
Ooh.
Speaking of poisoning, 41 years ago, 1982, the Tylenol poisoner claimed his first victims. We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because we think, or they think, the guy who was actually the Tylenol poisoner died maybe a couple months ago,
Yeah.
like in reality. There were a total of 7 deaths in the Chicago area over a 2-day period before authorities determined that extra-strength Tylenol caplets had been laced with cyanide.
Why did they think he just died?
Because he just died. Like he had like cancer or something like that.
Oh, so someone was prosecuted for it.
Suspect for the murders was never found.
Okay,
But
so
they think
they know
they
who
think
did
they
it?
knew who it was, but didn't have enough evidence to charge this guy.
And he just lived whatever, or was he arrested and jailed for something
I don't know
else?
the full story.
Ooh, man,
I know
that's
that they had their
fascinating.
eyes on this one guy who just died.
Didn't Bob Barker just recently pass away?
But a suspect, again, never found. But the tragedy, like the people actually dying, led to the introduction of the safety seals
Yeah, the seals and
on most consumer products.
Can you imagine living in a world where like some drugs and stuff are on the counter with no seals? You can just
No.
go whoop whoop.
I mean,
And
it'd be
there
kind
they
of
are,
cool
then.
if you didn't have to worry about those folks if we were that trusting and safe. It'd been neat.
Fantasyland.
Yeah, Fantasyland's fun. That's where I'm at 24/7.
Yeah. 39 years ago, 1984, Prince's Let's Go Crazy. It's number 1. 38 years ago, 1985, MacGyver debuts on ABC, ran for 7 seasons. 34 years ago, 1989, Zsa Zsa Gabor, convicted of slapping a Beverly Hills cop after she was pulled over and caught with an open container of alcohol and driving without a license. She served 3 days in jail. 32 years ago, 1991, MTV plays Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit for the very first time. 31 years ago, 1992, one of my favorite records, STP's Core, comes out. Stone Temple Pilots' first record. And 10 years ago today, in 2013, Breaking Bad, the series finale, airs on AMC. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Bright House Plumbing. Call the best, flush the rest. BrightHouseCo.com. 636-600-0188. Kris Jenner's man friend Corey Gamble finally had a cool thing happening for him, and then Kris Jenner crapped all over it. Thursday's season 4 premiere of The Kardashians shows that the momager revealed that her 42-year-old beau was offered a role on Yellowstone, but then she forced him to turn it down because she thought, quote, he was going to have a romantic relationship on the show.
What?
Daughter Chloe, pointed out that her mother's a hypocrite, saying, but if they said they wanted you to star in Yellowstone and have a kiss with Kevin Costner, I'm sure you would take it.
Okay, so this guy...
To which Kris Jenner said, oh, that's a hard yes.
This 42-year-old guy who's dating Kris Jenner basically hit the lottery.
He did.
You do what she says. If she don't want you doing the Yellowstone thing, you go,
okay.
Fine.
Yeah.
Sugar mama.
They've been dating
Fine.
a long time, too. I mean, he's her Stedman. Like, they've just, I mean, he's part of the show, essentially the stepdad of all these girls.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Really? I've never watched a second of that show.
Marlon
I have no
Wayans,
idea.
when he was in here, that's who we were talking about, right? Was
Big
Corey
bottom
Gam-
half. So
Yeah.
he had a big bottom half.
yeah,
Big top
yeah.
half.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And you haven't seen any Yellowstone either, have you?
No, I plan on
It was great until
maybe-
it wasn't.
maybe getting into that. Oh,
It was
don't
awesome.
tell me that.
Last season is boring.
Netflix is shipping out its final DVDs today. The users, they get to keep them, which is kind of cool. There are fewer than 1 million people who
Wait, say that again?
the Netflix DVDs are being shipped out today, and with the 1 million people that are getting them, they can just keep them.
Oh, yeah, might as well.
Imagine being the person that hung on that long. They're like, you know what? You don't have to send these back.
Yes.
We can't believe people are still doing this.
Right.
Got him.
Hilarious.
Well, I'm surprised that there were around 1 million people who still subscribe to the DVD by mail plan.
Man, we used
What
to,
if all of us do and we don't even know it?
Right.
we used to do that.
Did you?
Yeah, we did too. It
We
was
did
all
that and Blockbuster.
It was 2 at a time, right? Could you do 2 at a time?
Or you could do, I think for a higher price,
You
could
do more?
3.
I remember doing it all the
It
time.
was awesome.
I remember
so
getting it going,
easy.
this isn't going to work. These are all going to be scratched up and
Right.
ridiculous. And then I worked and I went, wow, this is the
We
coolest
did
thing ever.
Netflix, and then we did the Blockbuster one. And if you remember Business Wars, Blockbuster had a chance to buy Netflix.
Yeah, for like 55 million or
And said,
something.
nah.
So crazy, dude. And if you remember, like right around that time too, I don't remember if it was called GameFly or some game
Yeah, did
something.
video games.
Did the video game version. I was like, this is awesome.
Right.
I wish I was home and like of age. And can you imagine having that? Because
That
I
would
used to
be
go to Blockbuster not for movies, but to rent the games. $4, 2 nights. It's the greatest thing on
And you
earth.
can rent the consoles, everything.
Oh wow, I didn't
Yeah.
even did that.
Yeah, so you'd put your Netflix movies in the queue on the website, right? And they would come.
As soon as yours would get returned, they'd ship you out the next. So like 2 days later, you'd have the next movie, and you could hold on to it as long as you wanted, as long as you
So
paid for
cool.
it.
It was
And
cool.
then whenever you're
So
done,
cool.
send it back, and the
Yeah,
next one pops up.
This is just a fun little piece of trivia. So Netflix first mailed out a DVD in 1998. Can you name the movie?
When? What year?
1998. And it has nothing to do with a new release that year. It was just the first movie that Netflix ever sent out, the DVD. Iconic movie. We've all
so
seen
we've all
Titanic.
seen this movie.
Good guess, but not
Godfather.
Titanic.
Thank you.
Not Godfather. Great guess.
Ghostbusters.
What kind of movie?
Good guess.
Jurassic Park.
Comedy?
Tim Burton movie.
Beetlejuice.
Batman.
It was Beetlejuice.
Oh.
Wow.
That's a great trivia question.
Yeah, it is.
Great
Great trivia
trivia
question.
question.
Very cool.
A scripted series about Tom Brady called The Patriot Way is in the works, and the guys who wrote The Fighter are working on it. They're adapting the 2018 best-selling book 12, The Inside Story of Tom Brady's Fight for Redemption. The Patriot Way will chronicleize Brady's improbable rise from 6th-round NFL draft pick to a half-dozen Super Bowl wins with the Patriots. And so Tom Brady himself is not involved in this, and the creators are saying that because he's a public figure, they're going to have a lot of creative freedom with telling this story. So it could be pretty cool.
Did you see what he looks like recently? I know you don't.
Is it still average?
He's like even more in shape.
Oh,
He lost weight, he said.
it's
He
that
lost
divorce
weight.
daddy.
Stressed.
He lost weight, and I think he's cut out like sugar, every white flour, and
Oh,
like
wow.
I mean, eating super healthy.
Yeah, man, he's on the scene, bro.
And he's like
Yes.
chiseled.
Come on.
and-
I'm still not into it. I haven't seen it,
You are wrong.
but still quite average.
Very handsome guy.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony is heading to streaming for the first time. November 3rd it will be held at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. It will be streamed on Disney Plus and then available for on-demand streaming afterwards. Then ABC is going to show an edited highlight version of the ceremony on January 1st. So the inductees, Sheryl Crow, Missy Elliott, Shaka Khan, Willie Nelson, they will all perform. And that means the other two living inductees, Kate Bush and Rage Against the Machine, will not be performing. The Spinners, who have
Rage ain't performing?
No.
I'm out. I'm not going to watch it now.
I'm not going to.
You think they're just doing that just to...
I would.
Rage?
If Rage was playing, I would have watched.
Me too.
Yeah.
I would.
We all would. George Michael are the other inductees with the Spinners. DJ Kool Herc and the late Link Ray are going into the Musical Influence Award. Al Cooper for Musical Excellence. And Soul Train host Don Cornelius for the Ahmet Erdogan Award.
Love Link Ray.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is cool.
It's an under-the-radar guy. He's kind of like that dirty surfer rock. What's the big song that was in one of the Tarantino movies?
Oh, yeah. It's like the most iconic surfer rock.
It is the most iconic one, but he has a really good catalog. Not
Yeah,
White
that
Dot.
one.
Did that get it?
Yeah, kind of.
Did that get it there?
Other performers, though, include
Rumble.
Elton John, who's going to be
Rumble, yeah.
honoring writing partner Bernie Taupin, Brandy Carlisle, Dave Matthews, her, Chris Stapleton, St. Vincent, and New Edition. And there's going to be more performers announced. at a later
Not
date.
watching.
Oh my gosh! Did Link Ray did Rumble, but did he do Rawhide originally? Is that-
Dude, he's got a weird, eclectic catalog. It is worth looking into. What is the Rumble song? Can we play it, or are we going to get dinged?
We probably get dinged.
No,
but-
I think we
hum it.
No, as long as it doesn't hit our YouTube.
Let's see.
Hang on, let me. Here, you want to play it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've all heard this.
Sorry, YouTube. I know you can't hear it.
YouTube, just imagine a cool song is playing right now.
It sounds like this.
Down. There you go, YouTube. You're welcome.
This
You
is
do the
what
drums.
Sunshine
I thought you were
sounds
talking
like.
about the other one that it's in a Tarantino movie.
Yeah, but that's a different guy. What's that guy's name?
That might be him, too.
What about Rawhide?
Rawhide, like for the TV.
Rodman Rawhide.
That's him.
I don't know, man. It says
It could
Link
be.
Ray Rawhide.
Well, look it up.
I'm playing it right now.
I thought this Rawhide came out way before that.
No,
Oh, this is some hit that he had that was an instrumental, I guess.
no, it's not. You're thinking the Rawhide.
And it's Dick Dale is who you're thinking
Dick
of.
Dale.
Yeah,
That's Dick Dale.
Man.
All those cowboys. Cops did a welfare check on Britney Spears after the video of her dancing with knives the other day. Police talked to her security, who said she was fine, but didn't want to talk to them, so they just left.
Yo, this didn't sound like that all that big a deal. It was like, oh, Britney being Britney or whatever. And then I watched the video, and I've turned into dad mode.
I know, man.
I instantly was like, no, what are you, just stop. I mean, it gave me a horrible feeling.
And there was a video later allegedly posted, or a photo, and she had bandages on her.
Yeah, well, she was like, these are fake knives. No, they weren't.
Right.
I mean, she clanged them together. I mean, I guess they could have been not sharp, but
Still.
the poor dogs in the background.
Get the dogs out of there.
Yeah, and then the next video she posted, she had a bandage on her arm and a nick on her leg.
Right. Things are up.
All right, Dick Dale was Miserlou.
Oh, I don't know.
Miserlou.
We're getting it all.
Misserlou.
You looking that up?
Oh, what say?
Miserlou. Misserlou.
As you look that up, I'll say this. Mick Jagger says if the Rolling Stones ever sold their post-1971 music catalog, the profits would then go to charity. He says his 8 kids don't need the estimated $500 million.
I'm sure the kids are thrilled.
Yeah, they're so happy.
Jerk. Oh, what a jerk.
Damn it,
Dad. Damn it. Yeah, okay, so, but I'm sure each kid will be taken care of.
Everybody's going to be fine.
Everybody's going to be fine.
Yeah.
All right, here's Dick Dale. Again, my apologies to YouTube. We don't want to get demonetized.
Imagine a really cool song that you've heard before is playing.
I'm doing interpretive dance for the YouTubes.
You know this, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
can only play the backup. Can't play the music. We play the
That's from Pulp Fiction.
This is a song from a Quentin Tarantino film.
And by the way, breaking news. See this Senator Dianne Feinstein has died.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
How old?
Pretty old.
90.
Wow.
was going to say pretty.
What
What
Right.
took her out?
Too many
An
birthdays.
acute case of too many birthdays.
Too many birthdays.
New releases in record stores and streaming. Green Day's Dookie 30th Anniversary Deluxe Edition. Sleep Theory's debut EP, Paper Hearts. Volbeat's Michael Poulsen is released a new side project, and it's super good, called As in Hell. And their album, Ungodly Hour, is out. Blackstone Cherry's Screaming at the Sky and Dio's Dreamers Never Die. New in theaters this weekend, Saw 10. Like, we need this.
Yeah.
It's the same story, so if you love that, you'll be excited. Paw Patrol, the Mighty Movie. Dumb Money, which is getting a lot of press, and The Creator out in theaters.
What's that?
this
What's
weekend.
Dumb Money?
Dumb Money's the GameStop movie. Paul Dano.
Pete Davidson,
Pete Davidson. Isn't
Fascinating.
America Ferrera.
I love Paul Dano. That guy's a star.
Woody Harrelson, I think, is in it too.
What?
Nice.
How have I
Seth
not heard of this?
Rogen, Shailene Woodley. So it's based on the true story from January 2021 when Redditors and casual investors took on Wall Street, got rich by raising GameStop stock value.
84% on the Rotten Tomatoes.
The creator is
Oh,
the best.
hey.
There it is. That's the creator.
Yeah, the creator's out as well. That's the one where they were doing all the crazy AI looking robots and
Yes.
the football, buying them tickets
Yep.
at Miami Dolphins games.
Nick Offerman. Is Woody Harrelson in this?
He's not listed.
Wow, that's
Sebastian Stan, Anthony Ramos, Pete Davidson.
That's crazy.
Paul Dano.
Hey, by the way,
Vincent D'Onofrio.
our buddy
Love
Ken,
that guy.
Team Rizz member Ken, told us that TMNT, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, is already on Paramount or Peacock or one of those. So-
Dude, it's good, man. You got to watch that.
Speaking of, and I watched my son and I have been watching The Flash for the last couple of days just to try to get into it. Dudes, weird. It's like, especially with all the stuff that guy was embroiled in, right? Like about all the accusations and the crazy stuff. It is so. There are unnecessary jokes, like sexual jokes and like words and language and things that you're just like, you could have skipped all of that and made it way less
How's his
awkward
name?
for all
Ezra
of us.
Miller.
Yeah, Ezra Miller. It is,
Flash.
but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It's not the worst. It's not the worst superhero movie. And I will say they really hold on to that nostalgia anchor real bad with the Michael Keaton stuff. But I'm a sucker for it.
You loved it?
Oh, this- when they
Yeah,
showed
why not?
when they showed the original Batmobile, spoiler alert,
That was cool, yeah.
I was like,
Dude,
oh
the
my
Michael Keaton
God.
parts were awesome.
They played this so well for me. Like they were trying to attack our nostalgia bone. You know what I'm saying? And it worked. But man, that movie could have been so much better. So much better.
Well, that is your crap on
You
celebrities.
didn't get to the end, did you?
No, we're probably.
There's another surprise at the end.
Oh yeah, it's too damn long already. Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Halsey is 29. Kevin Durant is 35. Calvin Johnson, former Lions wide receiver who holds the record for most receiving yards in a season, is 38. Zachary Levi, speaking of, is Shazam. He's 43. Chrissy Metz, that's Kate Pearson in This Is Us. Have you watched that?
No, that's not for me.
I think it is.
It's not for me, that show.
Okay.
Have you ever watched Parenthood?
Like the TV show?
movie?
TV show. It's
The
so
movie
good.
is
The movie that
amazing.
takes
And
place
the
here in
movie's
Kirkwood?
amazing too. Yes.
That's so good.
The TV show is really excellent.
That's not for me.
Oh, yes.
Chrissy Metz is 43. Mackenzie Crook, the guy in Pirates of the Caribbean movies who keeps losing the fake eye. This is like a very, very well-known British actor. He's also in Game of Thrones. He's the warg on the other side of the wall. Mackenzie Crook is 52. Erica Eleniak, that's Shawnee McClain on Baywatch, is 54. Les Claypool, singer and bass player for
Promise.
Les Claypool is 60. Andrew Dice Clay is 66. And Bryant Gumbel is 75 years old.
Oh, Brian Gumbel. Remember in Family Guy, what was it, Gumbel and Gumbel? Was Bryant and Greg Gumbel, they were cops.
Remember that. Gumbel and...
Gumbel and Gumbel.
Wow, that's a great last name to say multiple
Yeah, it was
times.
because it's Greg Gumbel
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Brian Gumbel.
Dude
and
needs
they
a law-
played like
I'm Gumbel, damn it.
they played cops.
Dude needs a law firm. Gumbel, Gumbel, and Gumbel.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Ava Vincent. And today's birthday girl's been in 410 fine films, including 72 Cheerleader Orgy, Ass Good As It Gets, Bitchin' 2, The Butt Floss Chronicles, Captain Mongo's Porno Playhouse, Dead Men Don't Wear Rubbers, Scott's favorite, Meatless in Seattle,
Oh, it's a sweet one.
Revenge of the Dildos, Slut Hunt 6, Lern's favorite, Womb Raider, and who could forget a role in 2001's Hung Wankenstein. Wow. Ava Vincent is 48 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays. And that was your crap on celebrities. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back with Rafe's E Memoriam. And a little story about a guy who goes to a hospital with a stomach ache and the things they find in his stomach.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. No. If you're watching the webcams, you could see Moon wearing the Eagle Call Team Rizz t-shirt, which Team Rizz will be sporting tomorrow at the Zero Prostate Cancer Run and Walk down in Tower Grove.
Yo, check this out. First of all, great look on the front. Check out the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Cute.
Great look on the back. Now, looks aren't everything, as we know.
Right.
Sometimes it's down to the little details. And I walked in this morning. What'd I say? The first thing I popped in the office, I said, "Morning, guys. We have returned. Beautiful shirts matter again. Look at this. This feels freaking great.
It's a great feeling shirt.
This might be one of the greatest feeling shirts I've ever put on, much less, from the point. We've made some good shirts in the past.
Dude, that material.
Whatever the heck this is.
It's almost like a dry fit.
I want to sleep in it.
Yeah, what does the collar say? Can you read the back?
I ripped that out before I...
Did you?
I don't know. I brought it to my wife yesterday. I go, feel this shirt. She goes, it's a bit thin. I go, okay, get out of here.
Nah,
Get the hell out of here.
It's perfect. Y'all are going to love it. Listen, if you're not going to do it for the
It's
right...
a bit thin.
If you're not going to do it for the right reasons and join us down here for that for this incredible cause, then do it for the shirt. Do it for the shirt.
They can't get the shirt anymore. They had to have donated
That's
already.
over.
I'll give you mine. I'll give you mine.
Oh, don't say that if you're really not going to.
I will. I would. I mean, I'm not going to say it.
You can still donate to the cause. Again, it's the Zero Prostate Cancer Run Walk tomorrow, Tower Grove. It's all to, it's all to benefit prostate cancer research, and your donation provides much-needed funds for research, education, and direct assistance for prostate cancer patients in our local community. We're doing it in honor of our buddy Jeff Burton, and there were a bunch of Team Rizz members who kind of got this thing going.
Spearheaded it, yeah.
Spearheaded it. We're past our fundraising goal, but we need as much as we can. More. Your gift will be put to immediate use. It's going to help fund emotional and financial resources, assistance programs for cancer patients and families in need during, their dire times.
It's pretty amazing. And I had a lot of Team Rizz members reach out to me and say, "Hey, man, I donated. I can't be there, but I just want to let you guys know that I'm happy you guys are doing this. This is so very cool. I was able to donate, even though I won't be able to walk with you guys, and that's amazing. I mean, what a community that we have here, and I'm serious. I will give you one if you show up and you didn't get in on time, but for some reason you were able to donate and be there and you didn't get a shirt. I will give you my shirt. I only have one though, so
I ain't giving my shirt up. I'll tell you that.
I'm keeping mine.
I'm keeping mine.
I just want much support in this cause and this endeavor.
And it's an honor to MC tomorrow's event as well. So hopefully we'll see you out there in Tower Grove tomorrow morning, dark and early. It's going to be an early morning, guys.
7:30.
Ooh, man, 7:30.
That's fine with me. That's sleeping in.
That's sleeping in. And before we get to Rafe's in memoriam, a guy suffering from a 2-year stomach ache finally went to the friggin' doctor. 2-year stomach ache.
Wow.
And the doctors were shocked when they found this guy had basically eaten a Home Depot's worth of household items. Everything from buttons to earphones.
So now we know why he didn't go to the doctor.
Does he have pica?
Yes.
My cat has this.
Yes. So they x-rayed this guy. They found in his stomach lockets, chains, nuts, bolts, earphones, and safety pins, magnets, shirt buttons, zippers.
What is pica? Is that when you don't chew? Oh, Pokemon joke.
Cute.
Thank you.
Just got it.
And again, though,
No.
on a serious note, what is pica?
Pica is where you eat things that are not edible. So like my cat, Clover, she will chew if I have any T-shirts laying around. I have all sorts of chewed shirts because she will eat the fabric.
Pica is a compulsive disorder where the sufferer compulsively swallows items that are not food.
Oh, man, I remember this gal in high school that used to eat like toilet paper.
Yeah,
That's it.
Pica.
Yeah. That's pica.
You have a friend who eats American cheese, kind of thing.
You want to go?
I'm not even going to acknowledge and get into that.
He's just getting you, buddy.
We're trying to ruin a Friday.
Come on,
over
he's
here.
just getting you.
I just want to have a nice Friday. So this guy, I mean, he really, had a stomach ache and enough where he's like, I got to get checked out. And the affliction, this pica thing, is most common among, young kids, pregnant women, and people with psychiatric disorders, including especially autism spectrum disorder. And the guy's relatives were unaware this guy was just eating random things.
Wow. Oh, you mean he wasn't hollering it from the rooftops?
He had to undergo a 3-hour surgery, and I saw a video of them pulling the stuff out of his stomach. They had to cut him open, and they were like, here's another button. Here's a safety pin. Here's, nuts and bolts and magnets.
How do they work?
I don't know. Nobody knows. This guy's still on a ventilator and is critical.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had weird stories of people eating, drywall.
Oh yeah, the drywall.
I think it was some lady ate an entire sofa.
That gal's from Missouri, I think.
The one who ate the sofa?
That was on a TV show? Wasn't it on?
I think the drywall was the TV show.
Is that the one we talked about? Okay.
Somebody ate an entire sofa.
There was a Missouri connection with a guy or gal, or maybe that was the one I'm thinking about. That was they were addicted to the marshmallow cream, and they had it all the time.
Eating mattresses? Somebody on the chat says there's a chick on TLC, My Strange Addiction, and she ate mattresses.
Maybe that's the one we're thinking of.
No, I know of a story where a woman ate a sofa.
Wow.
Sometimes I feel like I could eat a sofa.
Yeah, that's just an expression.
Yeah.
I'm so hungry I could eat this sofa.
There was a case back in July. A woman from London spent over $3,800 to eat clay. Like she had like a clay craving.
God, I get that. Like Play-Doh.
And it started when she got pregnant.
Wow.
Is that maybe like an iron deficiency or something?
I don't know, but they say pregnant women are prone to that. Also, how many photos do you have in your phone? Check your phone.
Okay.
How would I find that out?
I think it says at the top.
You look at your grid like this, and at the bottom, so you pull it up and.
To do what now?
Where do I go? All
this.
photos.
It says recents.
Yeah, if you click your library and then you show it in grid form, and at the very bottom it'll tell you how many.
All right, how many photos do you have in your phone?
I have 6,447.
How many do you have?
Nice.
I have 12,458.
How many do you have, Rafe?
Photos?
Photos.
Do I have to count my hidden album?
Yes.
1 million. I actually don't know. Give me a sec.
Go to all photos and go to the bottom.
You know what throws us off,
25,031.
25,000.
Yeah,
damn.
But you know why he probably has so many? And I was going to say, like, the reason my number is because every time you post an Instagram story, if you have the setting, it like saves it as a photo.
Yeah.
And he's a Instagram story guy.
I have 10,339.
How many?
10,339.
You guys are all more than me.
Scott?
You got that setting?
I have 50, a little over 5,300, but I also maxed out the storage, so I had to start moving it to external.
Gotcha.
So you have 53, so of those 5,300, so it's what, probably 3,000 penis pics?
No, a little more than that.
Yeah, that Instagram thing will throw it off heavily because those aren't even photos that you took necessarily. A lot of times you're like resharing or something like that, and let's say you got a day where you share 8 stories that somebody linked you in, then now you got 8 things on your phone.
I don't know why I have so many photos on here. I never look at them.
Really? I look at mine all the time.
I don't look at them, but
lot.
it's a storage facility now.
I'm almost embarrassed.
You know what this is? This is the plastic bin stacked on the other plastic bins that your dad kept with all the photos.
And I'm
printed
somebody
out.
that I don't think about taking a picture. Like my first instinct is to not take out my phone and take a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's to pull out a little piece of paper, start drawing.
Yeah, you sketch it.
Ooh, good night.
I mean, I have photos going back to 2008 on my phone.
2008?
2008.
Well, here's the problem is some of these things have like messed up metadata, and there'll be like a photo from 2004, but because it was transferred in something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
some
I
of
get
it's...
those.
So the
like
average
that.
person, so new poll found the average person takes 6 photos a day.
Yeah, look at this. What does it say my first photo is from?
Yeah, I got you beat on that one.
This says my first photo was January 1st, 1968.
Cool, man.
Look at mine.
Yours is 1963. Yeah,
1963.
So metadata cannot always be trusted.
So it also found this poll found the average American currently has 2,795 photos saved on their phone. We are way above average. The most common pics we have in our photo gallery,
Pets.
shots of friends, family, selfies, and pets. Now, why do we take photos? Because we want to look back on a moment later. We want to take a photo of something unusual, something we've never seen before, to show something to somebody else, to post it on social media. But there's a, quote, cuteness factor, so that's the one mostly about kids and pets. I'm sure if you have kids, you have a lot more photos than the average person.
Higher cuteness factor?
Probably.
Or if you got cute cats. Look at how cute Willow's
Depends on if you
paws
have
were the other night.
Ugly
whenever-
kids.
Look at him. He put his
Oh,
little
he's
back paw.
praying.
He's little
Oh,
praying to the
God.
back paw. Dude, it's pretty pathetic how many pictures of my cats I got.
Moon's right, dude. I do have a lot of that. I got to turn that setting off.
Right? I mean, that's what's throwing
'Cause
mine
it's
off.
my
'Cause I don't take
Instagrams.
photos.
Well, for a while you couldn't archive Instagram stories, and some of them are pretty damn funny. And I'm like, I might share these again at some point. So I was saving them. I was taking videos right out of the Instagram app, and then I had a few that I'm like, dang it, I wish I still had that video of like a show or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think I turned it on. I forgot to turn it off.
Yeah, that's what's throwing it off. I remember one of my kids picked it up and was like, "You have 12,000 photos, Dad." I was like, "That can't be right."
Oh, is it pronounced pica? Maybe it's pica, not
Pica?
pica.
Oh, I don't know. Sorry.
Well, my apologies to all the pica people.
Yeah.
I've been pronouncing it pica the whole time.
Me too.
Yeah, peekaboo.
My sincere apologies, and that should lead us right into this week's E Memoriam.
Oh!
Rafe?
Here we go.
That was him stretching, by the way.
That was me stretching.
Oh, you got to
Stretching it
stretch
out.
out. You got to
I
stretch
got to
out.
stretch out before this one, dude, because I took last week off and I got a bone to pick with a few people.
Oh,
In the nose, out the mouth.
got to stretch out.
This week's E Memoriam brought to you by Hughes Funeral Alternatives. Discover Aquamation, the natural, gentle, eco-friendly alternative to fire-based cremation. But there's going to be some fire cremation happening in this section of the E Memoriam. For those of you that don't know, I'll make it brief. The E Memoriam is a segment, much like the Oscars In Memoriam, where we say goodbye to folks we lost, whether we actually lost them due to death and disease or just for the fact that they're idiots. And they have no sense of humor and take us at face value and send us emails that we could give two craps about.
That's right.
And share your opinions that we're not interested in. But just to make you feel like we are, I created this segment so we could say goodbye to those we lost at the Rizz Show. This week, first up, Mad Maskers Beyond Dunderdome. More than a few of you were furious this week when Lern had the audacity to follow our company policy and wear a mask post-COVID infection to protect us, her coworkers, as an extra layer of defense. Wow. Heroes. You're the same logic warriors who walk around with skid marks on your jeans because you know that underwear are for sheeple.
That's right.
And you've done your own research, and sharding and wet farts are just the Wuhan poo. And that's why you line your buttocks with a copy of the U.S. Constitution. Congratulations. Constitution, by the way, that you've never actually read. You just skimmed the Cliff Notes, possibly confusing it with the Choose Your Own Adventure book, where the ending is just an echo chamber of your own uninformed opinions. You walk among us like reverse superheroes, swooping in not to save the day, but to ruin it with your baffling indignation. You're the kind of people who'd get mad at a seatbelt for restraining them and would be the first one to complain in the afterlife that dying in a car crash was a government hoax. Wake up, St. Peter. You can't see what I see.
Yeah, it's a company policy, you
It's
doofuses.
dummies.
And it's also the CDC guidelines. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't
Which
have
is
to
what the
defend
company
it.
is
I'm
saying.
not done yet.
Hey,
I don't care about the CDC guidelines. I care about what
Only
who's
sheeple.
paying me.
Only
You're the
sheeple.
same individuals who
care
think a
about.
Karen level freak out is a more reasonable response to mask wearing than say, I don't know, minding your own goddamn business. It's not enough that you choose to go maskless. No, you've taken it upon yourselves to save us all from the tyranny of what? Consideration for others? God damn, you're heroes. So let's give a moment of silence for those self-appointed guardians of, I'm not sure quite what, to be honest, freedom from cloth? The constitutional right to breathe on people. Let's be clear, you've spent more time complaining about masks than most people have spent actually wearing them. So today, I salute you as we part ways by wearing my N95 like a chin diaper. Or as I like to call it, flying my freedom flag at half-mast. Next up, big stands for spray tan.
Big stands for spray tans.
Big stands for spray tans. We pissed a few people off this week after Rizz did his House of Pain, and we said how ungodly disgusting it was to look at bodybuilders with fake spray tans. Mostly me, especially because they only sprayed their body.
Don't get that twisted. I thought it was cool.
Rizz hated it. Gather around, because it's high time we eulogize a truly unique demographic, bodybuilders who've mistaken themselves for mahogany furniture because of their excessive spray tans. Oh, yes, I know you've seen them standing there in their Speedos, flexing muscles you didn't know existed, all while looking like a well-polished dining room table set from Ashley Furniture. A little Ashley Furniture plug there. I don't know why I put that in there.
What's up, Ashley Furniture? All right.
And let's not forget the logistics. Imagine, if you will, the Herculean task of achieving the perfect, let's say, chestnut shade. That's not just a single coat of spray, my friends. That's layers upon layers, like an onion wrapped in mystery, marinated in regret. You see, the spray tan isn't just about aesthetics for these muscular titans. It's a rite of passage. A liquid badge of absurdity, if you will. They're not just flexing their muscles, they're flexing their ability to commit to a terrible idea. Let's be clear, these aren't just bodybuilders. They're people so committed to the art of illusion that they've decided the best way to highlight their guns is by painting themselves the color of a Thanksgiving turkey well past its expiration date. They're the only people on earth who can make an Oompa Loompa say, Oompa Loompa, do tone it down. You're towing the line of being too brown. Oompa Loompa, don't spray your face. You will get canceled and still get third place. So let's say goodbye to the orange-tinted Adonises, these human carrots with biceps. May they flex in peace, forever pushing the boundaries of both human anatomy and cultural appropriation.
Well, I guess it's the last time I can show my face at the gym.
Yep.
Have fun at House of Pain. Sorry,
way to
guys.
go,
You know,
Rafe.
we're just kidding around here.
Those are my friends.
Except for this one. There's no kidding around. Because next up is Larry from Lee May.
Larry.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I wasn't here last week for Larry from Lee May, but I got caught up and put up to speed. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and fans of radio shows that aren't the Rizzuto Show, gather around. It's time we pay our respects to a man of true conviction, a sentinel of taste, Larry from Lee May. Yes, Larry was so passionately opposed to the Rizzuto Show, he made it his life's work, or at least his Twitter profile's work, to express his disdain. And by God, he did it with the grace of a disgruntled Yelp reviewer and the dedication of someone who really has nothing better to do. Larry, you see, wasn't content to simply dislike something and move on. That'd be too easy. No, he was a man of principle, the kind who fights against, quote, lowbrow humor, end quote, with the ferocity of a keyboard warrior fueled by the furious tapping of caps lock keys. How could anyone listen to this drivel, quotes Larry. He'd say it as he diligently updated his Twitter profile, a modern-day hero wiping the sweat from his brow with Cheeto-stained fingers. Let's just imagine the courage it took for Larry to click Edit Profile and then, with a trembling hand covered in cheese dust, type out the word, quote, hates the Rizzuto Show, end quote.
It's so pathetic, man.
For all of the Twitter trolls, high school acquaintances, and Elon Musk to see, I can practically hear Beethoven's Ode to Joy playing in the background as he clicked save and muttered under his breath, yes, I did save some people today.
Got him.
But we should remember Larry not for what he hated, but for what he stood for. A different radio landscape, one filled with, well, we don't really know because he never told us. He only told us what he didn't like. Now, if you're going to dedicate your online persona to hating a specific radio show, one would hope you'd use that space to also tell us what you do like. But no, not our Larry. His taste remains a tantalizing mystery, like British food or why the hell America uses the imperial system. So here's to you, Larry from Lee May, the man who not only declared war on a radio show, but also somewhat unintentionally became our most committed listener. Because let's face it, you got to listen to know what you're hating on. Larry, may you find peace in the eternal podcast in the sky where the Rizzuto Show never, ever plays.
Amen.
He's going to
Thank
find
you,
peace
Larry.
in our bio as well.
Yeah.
Still says, we love Larry.
Yeah, we love you. Larry.
We love you, Larry. Is this your homework, Larry? Moving on, only a couple left. Next up in the in memoriam, corrections officer Rip Van Winkle. Yes, let's take a special moment of silence. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and everybody in between, for the prison guard who decided that the sterile fluorescent lit corridors of a hospital was the perfect setting for a quick cat nap. Bravo. You are a master of ill-timed siestas. You know, it takes a certain kind of person to say, you know, this seems like a good place to sleep, a hospital where lives are literally on the line, but not just any lives. No. The life of a tried and convicted chomo who's trusted into your care. Good job. Let's be clear, this isn't just an ordinary nap. This is a nap that should be entered into the Guinness Book of World Records of what in the hell were you thinking? What an inappropriate place to catch 40 winks. I mean, what was the pre-sleep checklist exactly? Handcuffs? Check. Old-timey skeleton key within arm's length? Check. Weekend at Bernie's sunglasses to fool the nurse into thinking I'm a cool prison guard and not in stage 5 REM sleep? Check. Look, I get it. Being a prison guard is stressful. They deal with more dangerous characters in a day than most of us would in a lifetime or a season of Breaking Bad. But here's the thing. When you snooze, you quite literally lose inmates.
People.
Criminals.
Dangerous humans.
Dangerous human beings. Nothing says job performance issue like waking up to an empty bed and a note that says, "Bye, Felicia. Time for Peto's day out." So farewell to those sleeping sentinels of the penal system. May you rest in peace, far, far away from any responsibilities that could result in a literal jailbreak. Your ability to drop off at the drop of a hat is an inspiration to insomniacs everywhere and a cautionary tale for the rest of us. So, good night, sweet prince. Rest easy now. And finally, Red Hood 93.
Oh, God.
Who's this?
Oh, Red Hood 93 is
I don't know this.
someone that hopped on our Instagram. Who took a lot of flack on Instagram posts showing the pick and punishment where a dude named Red Hood 93 took it upon himself to ridicule how much flirting Lern and I do on the air. He later wisely deleted the idiotic posts when I welcomed him to the e-memoriam, but I have the screenshots, brother, and receipts are a real bitch. Red Hood 93, the vigilant protector of virtual virtue, the self-appointed adjudicator of what's too flirty. Let's talk about you, shall we? I knew you were a real expert in the ladies when I saw your profile pic was a selfie of you in a custom gaming chair with a chin-strap beard and a sleeve of skull tattoos. Hoo-hoo, I thought, here's a man who is the leading authority in male-female dynamics. What makes you an expert in flirtation, Red Hood 93?
Red Hood.
Is it your doctoral thesis on semiotics of Princess Peach's eyelash batting, or maybe, just maybe, it's the vast experience you've gathered from your years of anime body pillow connoisseuring? After all, you've dry humped more pillows than Mike Lindell. Oh. And I know you're the guy that thinks all the strippers are in love with you. Well, I hate to break it to you, Red Hood, but men and women can be friends and enjoy each other's company, buddy. It is allowed. I'm sorry. But not in your world. You even critiqued how she laughs at my jokes. Oh, that's too hearty of a chuckle. No one needs to that much diaphragm engagement for a simple joke. Those are horny laughs, my brother. Because heaven forbid a woman shows any semblance of a personality to Red Hood 93. It must be scrutinized under the 1993 Red Hood Incel Act of Dumbass Opinions. So here's a question for you, bud. What's your end game? Do you aspire to be the minister of flirt affairs in some dystopian future, like Gilead? Are you planning on publishing your findings in the journal of I Think Chicks Might Be People Too? You even went as far as to speculate that Lern and I have, quote, something going on behind the scenes, end quote. Ooh, and our significant others are upset and jealous, and your quote-unquote wife, who is conveniently not pictured in any of your photos, agrees with you. Well, bud, what can I say? You got us.
Yep.
Me, Lern, Tim, and Tina swing our asses off every weekend.
You heard it here first.
Heard it here first. It's a real pineapple loofah party in Ellisville. And bad news, bud, your wife is our pivot man, and she loves it.
Yes.
She wanted to invite you, but we have a hard and fast, no insecure dorks rule. So bye-bye, Red Hood 93. You're not Batman. Even though you named yourself after a Batman character, you're not even Robin. You're the guy in the corner of the superhero party loudly claiming that Wonder Woman's lasso is too damn shiny and she's banging half the Justice League.
That's right.
So bye-bye, Red Hood 93. Don't just delete your comments. Delete yourself.
Damn.
And now,
That was harsh.
Whoa, man.
the real RIPs. Dumbledore
Were you
2.
really angry when you wrote this.
Sir Michael Gambon. Adios to the second Dumbledore. Sorry to see you go. I hope you went to that Chamber of Secrets in the sky. And last minute RIP, we just found out Dianne Feinstein. Senator from what state?
California.
California.
Longest running female senator, I think, ever.
Longest running female senator. Sorry to see you go. We need more representation. And that concludes this week's In Memoriam, brought to you by Hughes Funeral Alternatives.
There we go.
Love it. Love you, Rafe.
Rafe Williams, everybody. Red Hood, what?
93.
Red Hood 93. I didn't know.
93.
I don't know what's going on Instagram.
Sounds like a venereal disease for a
Yes,
woman.
yes. Oh, you got a red hood. You better.
Oh,
you better
man.
go see the doctor.
you don't want none of
You
that.
got yourself a red hood.
93.
All right. On a kind of similar note. Yes, not Red Hood 93. Not today, anyway.
Not today.
Today's douchebag of the day is a youth football coach from California who knocked out a 14-year-old kid during a game.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
And when I mean knocked out, I mean knocked the hell out. Left the kid unconscious. So 50-year-old Abelardo Funes was booked on charges of battery and willfully harming a child last Saturday after a fight involving players, parents, and coaches broke out during a rec league football game at a high school in Murrieta, California. Now, it was during the fight when coach punched and knocked the 14-year-old kid who played for the other team out.
Wow.
It gets worse.
After the fight on Instagram, the kid's mom wrote that her son was unconscious for 2 minutes and later suffered a seizure. The coach was in jail overnight, released on bond the next day. As for now, he's only been suspended from his coaching job.
Dude.
I'm sure once.
Coaches laying hands, or coaches that call kids names.
Douchebag.
You don't belong here.
No.
You don't
Once
belong
once
here.
it gets personal.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. You don't belong here.
You don't belong here.
Man.
That's right.
This guy
He's on
knocked out.
paid leave.
He's on.
Your insecurities
He's been
don't belong in
suspended
youth
from his
sports.
coaching job. I'm sure he's not getting paid. But this guy knocked out a 14-year-old. I mean, put him out.
Yeah. Anger management problems.
Yeah, and the mother of the kid says the school hasn't even apologized to the family.
Wow.
Yeah, so there you go from Murrieta, California, Coach Abelardo Funes. You are today's douchebag of the day. All right, Moon.
Yeah. This guy wants to get physical, eh?
This guy wants to get physical. Let's
just
dish
start,
out our punishment.
Let's start with a douche beatdown.
Here we go. Douche. It's all the kids. Get him. That's the douche.
Get him.
Douche. Now he's on the ground.
He's on the ground.
And I tase him.
Taser. Okay, here we go.
Taser.
He's crawling away. He's crawling away. Send in the dogs.
Oh, the dogs. Oh, the attack dogs. Here they come. Douche.
I think that was a good combo.
You love it.
Just the crunch of the flesh at the end is
Nice. Got a nice ring to it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys. I'll take a break. We'll come back with your Friday fail stories. It's 8:32 Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2023 at WWT Raceway. NHRA Midwest Nationals are today to October 1st. Get those tickets now. We got an exit ramp 270 southbound at Ladue Road westbound blocked due to a crash. There's also right lane closed due to a stalled vehicle 270 northbound at Dorset.
What?
What you got?
Breaking news. Aerosmith postponing all of their Peace Out tours.
Guns N' Roses?
Including the October 28th show.
Still taking the day off, though.
Oh, you spent, Lern spent $10,000 on
I spent
tickets.
$10,000 on
gosh.
tickets.
Dude,
So I guess you'll be coming in Friday, the Friday after the show then.
Yeah.
that's the second. GNR and
Now
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
Those are the 2 days that I was like, I'm going to these concerts.
Right.
Both of them.
I'm so bummed.
I was going to surprise you guys by taking the next day off, like everybody's going to be off the next day, but
Well, the wheels are in motion.
Now we got to come in.
Steven's vocal injury is more serious than initially thought, is what the band
bummer.
is saying. Anyway.
Your point forecast today, warm and dry, high of 88. Right now it's disappointing 67 degrees.
That's pretty nice. That's not disappointing.
Oh, I know, but she's disappointed. I'm disappointed for her. And that's like a...
It's a disappointing 67.
Hey, it's 67 degrees right now at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, Friday Fails next. All right, folks, time for your Friday Fail story. Yeah, so all these people, they thought they had the perfect plan, but my God. Somewhere along the line, that perfect plan went completely sideways, and it became an Uber. An ultra.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say it.
No,
dare I say
don't
it?
you dare.
Mega fail.
Failed.
Man,
You sounded great, boss.
we nailed that. Nailed it.
We're back.
When Liv was here last week, she wouldn't sing.
What?
In the middle, I had to call her out.
Did she feel like you didn't want her to, or did she just doesn't like her voice?
If
What's
you're
up?
in the
She
studio,
would show us up, I think.
if you're in the studio, you better be singing.
Okay.
That's right.
That's the rule.
In the middle of the fail.
Friday Fail Stories, sponsored by...
Brought to you by Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
Oh, man, I'm bummed for you about the Aerosmith show.
I know. I'm texting my mom right now. She's like, "What?" So we're both having a moment.
In the middle of
And nothing official has come over from Live Nation?
Not yet, but this is directly from the band.
From the band
social.
said, we're
Oh,
done.
what do they know?
And they said that hold on to your tickets. Refund once they announce the dates. Refunds will be available if you can't make those dates. So there will be refund opportunities, but right now it's just a postponement.
All right. Think of the worst possible thing somebody could steal. I bet you this kind of tops it. Somebody in Philly stole a shop vac from the bed of a pickup truck last Thursday. The real story is what was inside the vacuum. Hundreds
Spiders.
upon hundreds of angry hornets.
Oh, no.
I like this thing. It's buzzing. I'm going to take it.
Dude, does anybody just assume that all shop vacs are filled with spiders? I do. I feel like there's a colony of like misfit spiders in there.
Yeah.
Well,
They're all like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" Like, I don't know. Hell, I just like appeared here someday, and I'll just stay.
So the truck it happens to be in belongs to a guy named Don Shump, who owns a pest control business called Philadelphia Bee Company. And he just removed a hornet's nest from somebody's property. And he used the shop vac to suck up a bunch of them.
Love you, Don. I'll take care of this.
This is finally, man. Finally, the world actually like rights itself. You know, I grew up thinking like the world, like justice will prevail, and it'll all right itself.
Yeah, the bad guys don't win here.
This is the instance.
So he posted about it on Facebook, saying, "To the poor soul who lifted the shop vac out of the back of my truck, I want to give you a heads up." He said the hornets were probably extra angry after being moved, and it wasn't just a normal nest. It happened to have a ton of queens in it.
Wow.
There's no word on who stole the shop vac or if they opened it yet, but that is a future fail.
Yeah.
Failed.
Yep.
I'm sure you could check the hospitals and find out very quickly.
Have you got your Halloween costume picked out yet?
No, we haven't.
Well, no, that's for our Mad Tea Party costume that we haven't gotten our costumes yet. But are you going to dress as whatever you're going to dress up for that event for regular
Do you
Halloween?
dress up as a show? Halloween's on a Tuesday this year.
Normally we don't.
Okay. Well, then no, I haven't. No, my Super Bowl of the Halloween will be at the
The
Halloween
Mad Tea Party.
Yeah,
Well, do kids trick or treat in your neighborhood?
yeah, I wear a witch hat, but that's just normal.
Okay.
That's just
my
like-
life.
Well, looks like the person in this story hit Spirit Halloween a little earlier this year. State trooper in Washington posted a photo after somebody was caught using the carpool lane with a Halloween mask strapped to the passenger seat.
Here we
like
go.
it.
Good idea.
It's happening every day.
Yeah, they looped it around the top, draped a vest around the seat to make it look more like a person, but unless you only glanced at it, it's not going to fool anybody. And I did find the mask online, and Spirit Halloween does sell it. It's a white mask with glowing orange wires across the mouth, so it looks like the lips are sewn shut. The driver was cited for an HOV violation. In Washington, the minimum fine is $186 or $336 if it's not your first offense.
Failed.
Man.
An airport security agent in the Philippines was filmed shoving $300 in cash in her mouth after stealing it from a tourist. And the staffer was seen on camera, clear as day, stuffing then swallowing the wad of cash at the Manila airport. When busted, she denied eating the money and claimed she was simply enjoying chocolate. No, suspended and under investigation.
Failed.
I don't understand.
There's better spots maybe
To hide it.
Savings account.
That's her savings account
Yep.
in her tum-tum?
Yeah, and when she craps it out, then she can
She's
spend it.
making a withdrawal?
Interest, yeah.
It's accruing interest.
Wow.
People who walk around staring at their phones are called smartphone zombies, but I don't think we got real ones yet. A 30-year-old guy named Austin Geiger facing charges after he broke into a Border Patrol office in Washington State and stole supplies because he thought he was in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. I don't know if he was on drugs or not, but this guy's got a long rap sheet full of felonies, including a drive-by shooting about 2 years ago. On August 28th, he got inside a Border Patrol office near the Canadian border, took a gun, took ammo, bulletproof vests, pepper spray, and a radio. A Border Patrol agent found him in an office around 1 a.m. after an alarm went off. When they got there, he was wearing body armor and an official Border Patrol jacket. He told him he was gathering supplies to protect himself because he thought a zombie apocalypse had hit. So he's facing charges for theft of government property and unlawful possession of ammunition.
Supplies.
Failed.
A guy from Rhode Island has been charged in Vermont with possession of cocaine with an intent to distribute it. Drug agents saw a 38-year-old guy named Freddie Rodriguez walk the shores of Lake Champlain with a bag and load up a kayak with whatever was in the bag and drag the boat into the water. What was in the bag, you ask? 26 pounds of cocaine.
Seems like a lot.
26 pounds. He tried to bolt when confronted by agents, but was nailed, looking at between 5 and 40 years in prison.
Fail.
Speaking of fails, anybody feel like the word Champlain is a fail? Every
Yes.
time I hear it or see it, I just don't want to say it that way, and I have to force myself to say
I
it
wanted to say
wrong
champagne.
by saying it right. Champlain.
Yep.
Speaking of smuggling, a Mexican man was arrested after trying to cross the border into California with more than 400 pounds of cocaine hidden inside boxes of cucumbers. Wow. So the smuggler, identified only as a 33-year-old guy, arrived at the Otay Mesa port on September 15th with a tractor-trailer carrying cucumbers. During inspection, Border Patrol officers found 146 packages of cocaine tucked away inside cucumber shipments. Altogether, they seized 401.68 pounds of coke. Street value? Scott told me this off the top of his head.
How do you know?
$5.3 million.
Oh, boy.
He knew.
Wow, Scott, you know your stuff.
Yeah, he knows his stuff. He is now in the custody of Homeland Security.
Another example of a place that seems like it was named by a toddler. No. It's not okay. It's Otay. Otay. Yeah.
Otay.
You say it like Champlain. Otay.
A woman in Florida facing charges after she stole a young alligator for a photo shoot and kept it in the bathtub of her hotel room. The woman's name is Madison Stefan, and she allegedly used to work at a place called Croc Encounters in Tampa. She doesn't work there anymore. Still had the keys, so that's how she snuck inside. She told officials that she was, quote, borrowing the alligator for a photo shoot she was doing for her birthday.
Go on.
I don't know what that entailed, but obviously it involved an alligator. The owner of Croc Encounters says she did not have permission to take the alligator, but they're not going to press charges for theft or trespassing. Still, though, you can't have an alligator in a bathtub, so Madison was issued a notice to appear for possession of the animal. So she is facing some kind of fine.
Failed.
An Ohio man in West Virginia really wanted to get out of the woods, but didn't want to do it by himself. So he called the cops to repeatedly yell about an impending attack by bears. But those bears were fake. All this idiot wanted was a ride. So the 47-year-old guy hails from Brecksville, Ohio, stands accused of one count of falsely reporting an emergency incident. The incident occurred during the early morning hours of last Friday. First responders arrived in response to reports of a stranded man. Dispatchers said the guy reported that he was injured and stuck on steep terrain. During the phone call, he was yelling that he was in dire straits. Please help me. Yelling into a cell phone. He claimed he was being attacked by a bear. And then he admitted, I just want to ride out of the woods.
Oh, man.
He also said he was very drunk. Very
drunk
drunk.
in the
He-
woods.
That's one way to do
He
it.
was booked into the West Virginia Regional Jail and Correctional Facility Authority.
Failed.
Man, back in my drinking days, there was one instance. Remember when my wife and I went to Yosemite and you were calling us, the whole show was calling me bear food?
Yes.
Because it was like bears, the bears were waking up.
Yeah.
That was the warning. It was like, hey, man, look out. And we were staying in a yurt. It was basically a tent in the woods. And you guys were like, you're going to get attacked by a bear, you know. And we were real careful about our food, you know, being in the bear box and all that. But there was one point where we went to the lodge and got a bunch of wine and got some glasses, and we were walking through the woods drunk. The hell were we thinking?
Idiots.
Talk
could
about
happen?
bear food. I mean, I wouldn't have known what to do. Oh, no, lay down, run, fight back. What am I
Bounce,
doing?
get it.
If it's brown, lie down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, good night.
That's one of those things that I think about every once in a while, like, you know, somewhat in a pleasant memory, and then I go, what was I thinking?
But bears don't attack people
Browns.
having a good time.
Scares me now.
Brown, run away. Okay. This guy needs to work on weighing the pros and cons before he acts on stuff. A drug dealer near Tampa, Florida, got arrested on Friday after calling the cops to report a customer for stealing $10. His name is Eric Thomas. He's 33. When cops got there, he walked up to him holding 11 small bags of pot, which is still illegal in Florida. Only medical marijuana is allowed. According to the arrest report, he freely admitted he was selling weed. Said somebody ran off with $10, so they arrested him on the spot.
Yeah.
Failed.
Oh! And they searched his wallet and also found 2 small bags of cocaine.
God, it's everywhere.
And that's what did it.
Failed.
Every story has to do with Coke.
Whose wallet was it, though? I bet it wasn't his.
Oh,
all
but
mine.
somehow this isn't the dumbest thing he's done recently. Just last month, he had to appear in court on separate charges and got arrested when he brought drugs into the courthouse.
Failed.
He was emptying out his pockets to go through the metal detector, pulled out 7 Ziploc bags of pot.
Oh, my gosh. Are you serious? This is 3 strikes in a day.
He-
They still do that 3-strike thing in California? They get rid of that? Because it was,
I don't know.
I know it's pretty controversial.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know.
This
I don't know
guy,
if they're still doing
can you
that.
imagine a weekend? You get your 3 strikes in a weekend?
Drunk driving is always dumb. We know that. But this might be the dumbest example I've seen in a while. 34-year-old guy, Jesus Ortiz, was driving drunk in Santa Rosa, California last Wednesday. He'd apparently run out of booze, so he decided to hop in his truck to go get some more. Luckily, he didn't hurt anybody except himself when he ended up crashing into the liquor store. He pulled into the parking lot, never hit the brakes, slammed right into the building. And he was pretty banged up from the crash. But here's how committed this guy was. Got out of his truck, walked into the store, and still tried to buy booze
Nice.
after
Amazing.
crashing into it.
Well, a
Amazing.
crash will sober you up pretty quick.
Cops took him to the hospital, then to jail. His blood alcohol level was 0.32, about 4 times the legal limit.
That's high, dude. That's high. That's good.
0.4 will kill you.
0.4 is like, yeah, you're
Your blood is half
you're
alcohol.
you are comatose.
You got a DUI and turned
Damn.
out, surprise, surprise, his license was suspended, so he's facing charges for that too.
Damn.
Failed.
What's that? 4 times the legal limit?
Yeah. Yeah, 0.08. 0.08 is legally drunk, but so 0.32. And finally, can you imagine being this hammered? Police in Simi Valley, California responded to a, quote, suspicious incident when somebody rang somebody's doorbell, then hid in the bushes. Officers arrived, they heard gunshots, and then saw somebody crawling in the foliage.
This is me in the 90s.
They grabbed the guy, found out he was a 63-year-old guy named Gary. Gary Lakowski. Gary, what are you doing, Gary?
Gary.
Gary lived nearby. He told the cops that there were intruders in his home, and he exchanged gunfire with them. Turns out Gary was just super drunk.
Gary's just having a good time.
There were no
man.
intruders, but police did see evidence that Gary had fired many rounds inside his house.
Whoa.
Many rounds inside and outside his house.
Can I just say some gratitude for the 90s? Because, like, we were, ding dong ditch. Like, that was the game of the summer
Dude.
to all the neighbors of my dad's house.
Tina got to meet Rob McMillan last night, who was Rhonda McMillan's dad. I've talked about him on the show. The guy, we ding dong ditched to Halloween, and he dressed up like a scarecrow and sat on a hay bale in his front yard like he was part of the Halloween decorations.
That's cool.
And then he would chase us.
Amazing.
And he was like an old sprinter. But he was a cool, when you're a kid, you think, oh, this girl's dad wants to kill us. He was just doing it for us for fun.
Yeah.
To scare us.
That's the
But
right
he would
thing.
leg us down for a long time. Yeah. If he got in his car, he would chase us down alleys and stuff. Like, he really played it up. And he was at my show last night.
Well,
Gary, cool to see him.
Gary was charged with gross negligence discharge of a firearm.
Failed.
I was
not as cool.
Not as cool. I was perusing the neighbor app. And apparently the new thing in our area is now, because everybody's got a Ring doorbell.
Mm-hmm.
So now kids are using ski masks.
Terrifying.
Oh, really?
And running up to doors.
Wow.
It's the purge.
Yeah.
Fun will always find a way.
My niece, she's 8, and she just learned about, running up there and doing that. And so she tried it on her neighbor's house. She wasn't hiding herself or anything, and she ran off and clearly saw her on there. Then the neighbor actually started accusing her of stealing things from the backyard, went way overboard, didn't have fun with it at all. And I was like, oh, you punks.
Yeah.
Man, I got a
goofy little
bummer.
kid having fun.
I got a different type of a bell. I know some of you guys got the rings and whatever, but do yours beep or something? There's this part when we're walking the dog. There's this part of the neighborhood that sounds like an oven or a fry. The fries are done. There's this beeping that's going off, and it's coming from the front of a house that I know has people in it. So I'm wondering, is there
No,
is there some setting on your guys that goes?
I don't.
Beep?
The turret. I don't have that setting on.
It
The
sounds
turret
like
will
that.
have that.
The what does?
A nice turret, like a gun or whatever.
Dude, it sounds like one of those. It sounds like a.
Are you sure he doesn't have, the neighbor doesn't have mole things in the ground?
Because we have those.
Like they have the spikes that are solar powered?
Yep.
So, and it beeps?
No,
Yeah.
it vibrates. Well, it vibrates.
It kind of vibrates. It kind
It
of.
goes off every couple seconds. When I'm in that part of the neighborhood, I'm just like, what is
It
this?
almost sounds like a vibrating kind of beeping thing.
Maybe, yeah, it's this singular, it just goes beep.
Look on the ground.
Like I'm in a hospital room.
They almost look like stakes, and they're solar powered.
Yeah.
And they vibrate to keep the moles away.
It sucks.
And they don't work that well at my house.
Well, they're scaring all the damn moles into my yard way down the road because I have a mole issue. But in that part of the neighborhood, I've been trying to figure it out
Look
for
next
weeks.
time.
Okay, maybe it's
Look
that.
next time.
Maybe it's
Maybe
that.
that's it.
I thought it was a doorbell thing, and I was like, it's not.
No, my ring doesn't do that.
I even tested it where I was walking the dog, and we stopped, and I was like, just freeze, don't move, just to see if it was like a motion thing. Was it beeping if something went by? And I was like, nothing is moving. The wind isn't moving. This thing's still beeping. So it's not me.
All right, those are your Friday fail stories. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Moon's got sports. I have today's Headline Hooshe. Oh, I do have. I don't know if you saw this, Moon. Enterprise Center released the details on their bag policy
Oh, cool.
for Blues games.
Bags.
Bag policy, and then
Bags the size of Zippos. Have to be clear.
The Phillies denied somebody's emotional support pet,
I saw this.
and it's a big deal. It's a big deal. 9:01. 3 pieces of breaking news this morning. Well, first, Senator Dianne Feinstein died.
Yeah.
Second, Aerosmith canceled the rest of their tour.
Postponed.
Postponed. You're right.
Not yet.
Postponed.
Yep.
And this just in, they found the Loch Ness Monster.
What?
Legit.
Yeah.
It
I know
says-
the
it
article
says
that I just read.
the most convincing evidence ever. And you guys know my
on.
stance. You guys know my stance. I'm a question everything guy. I always leave this much room for possibility on anything, except for the Loch Ness Monster. This
the
is getting
evidence
out
is
of
here.
hand.
Well, and as the foremost knowledgeable expert in cryptozoology, I am thrilled about this evidence because it needs to happen. I've told you guys for ages I defend the Loch Ness.
Well,
I look forward to the headlines of Loch Ness evidence because it always proves
Before
my
you
point.
pull up the picture on the big screen and show the rest of the sheep here who never believed.
Yeah. Sheeple.
Ye sheeple.
This from the Daily Star, which is where I get all my news.
It's a great
Reputable.
publication.
Anything with star in its news.
And daily.
A bloke who spends a lot of time watching webcams of the home of the mystical Loch Ness Monster has claimed to have finally spotted the beast breaching the water surface. A Loch Ness Monster enthusiast reckons that he has finally spotted the elusive beast. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this
So
guy's
you can
name.
give up now.
New images snapped by the camera set up near the Inverness Loch at Shoreland Lodges near Fort Augustus show a strange, dark, black blob appearing to breach the surface of the water before moving steadily north against the current. He claims that there's only one possible logical explanation for this. It's got to be Nessie, guys. It's got to be Nessie.
That's right.
Seriously.
He says, I kept zooming in and out of the video clip, and just as well because I got one of the strangest images I ever got in Loch Ness. It's the image of a half-circle hump, light gray in color, with 3 uniform black spots. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
in the studio, I show you the picture of Loch Ness. Nessie.
Really
There
good.
it is.
Finally. Solid evidence.
The headline says, strangest Loch Ness Monster sighting yet as 2-foot beast, which, by the way,
That's
2-foot
huge.
beast
What?
with spot emerges.
Imagine
Look
an old
at
pirate.
that. Now,
Where
let me,
is it? I don't see
It's
it.
right
There it
here.
is,
It's
right
right here.
there.
Now let me zoom out and show you the full photo in which this guy found it.
Yeah.
This is where he saw it.
That could only be Loch Ness.
Guys, I love you. I do. I love you all.
It's
I,
legit, man. It's
I'm
real.
I'm trying to follow.
I think we should spend a lot of money trying to really hunt this thing
I'm
down.
trying to follow the directions in which I've been living, and that's, to
I
love
just
everybody.
see this guy as like a...
Love everybody like my neighbor, but like if you are a Loch Ness enthusiast,
You're an idiot.
I'm having a harder time.
Hey.
You're making it more difficult for me.
Hey, I think we've been going about it all wrong. We think the creature is huge. Maybe it's really small.
Perhaps, yeah.
That's why you
Perhaps.
can't find it.
Perhaps it's tiny.
It's a seahorse.
This is a baby. This is a baby one.
Perhaps you're right, dude. It's this ancient seahorse living at the
Yes.
bottom of Loch
Just
Ness.
imagine like a really grizzled sea captain smoking a pipe in a tavern in a dark corner, trying to tell the story of seeing this thing. She was 2 feet long. If she, I saw the beast. You did? How big was it? 2 feet long.
I'm convinced. I'm convinced the only reason that this even happens is because
Baby teeth.
these people are just providing clickbait for these ridiculous magazines.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's the only reason we even have the words Loch Ness
Dude,
Monster.
if you're
Don't
trying to
rip
tell
the
me
Daily
Bat
Star.
Boy isn't real,
Oh,
I know that you're
This
not
is
a
crazy.
That boy is real.
zoologist.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
That
you.
boy is real.
Did the Daily Star pay the guy for this footage? Because that's
I
the
hope
really
so.
pathetic part.
No.
Well, if you
know?
see, he has
No.
a nice black leather hat. I mean, this dude's legit.
Right.
No, because Loch Ness enthusiasts aren't selling it, man. They're like they want to be famous for finding this,
for
so,
finding
so
it.
they're giving it away. They're giving this.
So generous.
These are free journalists.
And if they
Awesome
are,
dudes.
I bet it ain't much.
No.
Honey, guess who made $8 today?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sold that picture of Nessie. And speaking of creatures, listen, if you are somebody that needs an emotional support animal, next week when we're at the Air Force Base, next Thursday, we're broadcasting from Scott Air Force Base at noon at the Exchange. We're doing a dual podcast thing with Fastlane guys. But when we're out at the Air Force Base, you'll see a lot of people with emotional support dogs,
Yeah.
which are awesome.
Yeah.
Which are awesome. You know, some of these men and women we see, really need them.
Yeah.
Yeah, legitimately
these
helping
therapy dogs.
Yeah,
Legitimately
helping PTSD among other things. Like it's a great thing.
Yeah, it's a great thing, especially when you see the relationship these people have with their dogs
And the training.
and the training.
Incredible.
It's incredible. And then you have people who try to take advantage of that. They're like, oh, I got to bring my pet, boa constrictor on the plane because I can't.
My mini
I
horse.
just can't.
You can't even.
Why? You mean I can't bring my pet ostrich
No.
into this fine dining establishment? It's my emotional support ostrich.
And he's a great flyer, believe it or not. Kind of ironic.
A Phillies fan with an emotional support animal was denied entrance to the ballpark the other day. This guy had an emotional support alligator.
I saw this. I saw this, and there's no. You think about alligator, and you think because Scott and I in Australia handled some alligators and all that, and every time they're being handled, you got their they put that band on their mouth. This thing is not banded.
Nope. Social media posts showed the gator on a leash with a harness with his name on the outside the stadium on Wednesday. Wally Gator was his name.
I thought it was Boots.
It's Wally.
Wally Gator.
Future boot.
Oh, okay.
Wally Gator is a working emotional support alligator owned by this guy. Citizens Bank Park, their policy on support animals is posted on the Phillies official website.
Their policy on support animals is not ridiculous.
It states guide dogs, service animals, or service animals in training are welcome. All other animals are prohibited. Now, this guy, I get it. The alligator helps him battle depression, and he says Wally Gator likes to give hugs. He says that the gator has never bitten anybody.
Surprising.
It's probably never been around 38,000 people.
But can you understand why the ballpark won't let you bring the gator inside?
You guys want to see? I mean, look at this thing.
Is it bad luck for the
I really don't get it.
the team?
Do you guys see the size of it?
Uh-uh.
Oh, God.
Sir, you can't bring that in here.
Got to go through this ad first, but you got to see this thing, guys. It's like, I mean, it's not the biggest alligator you've ever seen, but it's sizable.
It's an alligator.
It's
an alligator.
And the video,
you cannot bring it into the ballpark.
The video is him standing outside the park with it on a leash. He's got like one of those like dog
it's a harness.
on his shoulders, and people are like scratching it under its chin and petting him on the head and all that. And maybe I'll admit maybe I'd go for that if I saw half a dozen people do it before me. But come on, man. You know that you can't take this thing
Decent
in restaurants.
size, not huge.
I mean, that's pretty big.
Listen, that'll take a finger.
It's not a monster.
He's kissing it.
Think about that getting a hold of your leg.
I mean, it's bigger than it's bigger than a
Look at
medium-sized
that thing,
dog.
though. It's kind of
Yeah, it's cute. I get it. It's a dinosaur. We don't get to take dinosaurs everywhere.
So picture a medium-sized dog.
Yeah.
It's bigger than that.
Cocker Spaniel.
No, you can't bring that everywhere. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I mean, I would love to meet an alligator that is friendly like that, and I would pet the alligator.
At a zoo.
Buddy in high school had pet alligators like this, about this size, maybe a little bit bigger than this if I remember right. And he shared a room with them because he slept in the basement, and the basement had like a aquarium. What do you call it? It was like a pool, like from me to you, Learn about
A
that
habitat.
big, full of water. These things got out all the time. I remember going over there, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll go out on the trampoline, but don't go back in the back. One of the alligators is out."
My girlfriend Laura had her boyfriend, I remember in the 2000s, had an alligator in his basement,
And
and
then
it
they
had
get
a
too
whole
big.
habitat.
Then they get too big, and you got to get rid of them because they could hurt you.
Yeah, they had to get rid of this thing because it kept getting out. Once it's learned how to get out, guess what? It's going to keep getting out.
But Learn, don't you think it's situations like this? And I get it. This guy he is depressed. The alligator helps him. But situations like this, it's what gives people who really need support animals.
Makes it harder.
Makes it harder.
Yeah, I agree. And when I saw that yesterday, I was like, oh, man. I love that he loves this thing.
He truly does love the gator.
And I
Wally.
love what it does for him. But I'm just thinking of the people who are desperately in need of their seeing eye dogs and different things like that.
Support,
Or support
emotional
animals.
support dogs. I after going to the Air Force Base, I have a new respect
Absolutely.
for that.
Yo, he's bigger. Those photos you saw, like that was when he was smaller. Like he's a bigger gator now, yo.
He's a decent sized gator.
I just
And
love how he
good on
cuddles
Wally.
up to him and stuff, though. It's pretty wild.
It's cool that he's so docile. I like
All right.
that.
Yeah, he's docile until 38,000 people are cheering, and I can smell chicken nuggets everywhere.
Yeah. All right, hockey season's back. The Blues start their season on the road with a game against Dallas on the 12th of October. That's coming up. Home opener is against the Kraken on the 14th. So if you're going to Enterprise Center for a game this year, there are a couple things to keep in mind when packing for the game. So according to the Enterprise Center website, some bags are permitted, but fans are encouraged to leave them at home if possible. So if you do want to bring a bag, it can't be larger than 16 by 16. 16 inches by 16 inches. So how big is that? It's like
16 by 16, a little bit over 15 by 15.
Thank you. That includes, and we're all making the We're all voguing, by the way.
We all have no idea how big that bag is.
Good sized bag.
What a visual.
2 feet long it is.
And that includes luggage, backpacks, coolers, hard-sided bags, and all other bags. If you want to bring in a bag smaller than that, it will be subject to X-ray screening. Okay, so whether you bring a bag or not, Enterprise Center has a list of prohibited items. All right, here we go.
Alligators.
The list is as follows. You cannot bring an alligator. You cannot bring mini horses. Air horns. Wrapped gifts. Cans, bottles, coolers. You can't bring drones. Chemicals. Plastic beverage containers. Balloons. Laser pointers. Selfie sticks. Tripods, bipods, and monopods. Weapons of any kind. And they specify guns, knives, chains, spikes, projectiles, tasers.
That's like the standard.
Even throwing stars?
That's like the standard concert list.
Strollers are allowed, but large strollers will need to be checked in at Guest Experience Center located across from Portal 19 on the Plaza Concourse. So that's what you need to know.
Are you guys so thankful that you don't carry bags every day? I know Rafe has a backpack every day, but you don't take that, or do you?
Guys,
Do you take that everywhere with you?
Guys only need 3 things.
And phone, wallet, keys.
Phone, wallet, keys. That's it. If you gave us, and a lot of that, usually one of those items is missing. So you're throwing something else in the mix.
If I could get away without carrying a wallet, I'd do that. I would love that.
You guys, I think it'd be kind of cute to see those like Lululemon little saddle bags that all the hot moms in Kirkwood wear.
Man bags?
Yeah, like a little man.
This is a European man bag.
My daughter has like the side.
Yeah,
I had one for a long time.
Side bag.
Yeah, they're
fanny. Hurt my back going to the airport.
They're fanny packs over the shoulder, right? I mean, they're fanny
it's
packs.
fanny pack. It's
a cross
small.
shoulder.
It's smaller.
It's like the computer bag.
I could see you guys.
That's my
rocking them.
purse. I don't know you.
Yeah.
I had like a European man bag, a satchel, if you will, for a while.
Yes.
I always have mine
Indiana
because
Jones
I write so much.
had a satchel.
I have all my computer and all my notepads, and I'm always writing jokes, so I always have. And also, when I perform, I hate having stuff in my pockets.
Yeah.
So my bag is also a place to put all those other items, my phone, keys, wallet, when I go on stage.
You also have shoes in there,
Yeah,
which
if
I've worn.
If we have to add anything else to the mix, it's going to be a disaster. So
Phone, keys, and wallet, though, I'm always worried about having in an item. Because an item can be left, and then those things can be left.
You know where your wallet is at all times.
Those are the things that have to be on my person.
I used to wear like a chain wallet back in the early days of my emo times, and I had like a chain, had the wallet in my back pocket and stuff, and that was great.
Until you go to a hockey game because you can't take chains in there.
Yeah, I can't take it now. Back in the day, you could wear.
Never put your wallet in your back pocket. I drive.
You have it in the front?
Yeah, because
I don't want my leg to fall asleep.
Oh, well.
Didn't your leg fall asleep when you had something in your back pocket?
The thing is,
that's fine.
When
people put their wallet in their back pocket all the time. I know that, but I guess maybe growing up where I grew up and having to take the subway to work.
Yeah.
You do not have anything in your back pocket. That is, you're inviting.
All the country boys that I knew, and like our uncles and stuff growing up, they always had the cowboy wallet, which
they still do.
Yeah, which is much bigger than a pocket. It sticks out.
It looks like you have a checkbook in there. Or something.
Yeah, 2 or 3 inches. It's leather. It sticks out this far.
I mean, it's
metal
emblem.
Try going on the subway with that. You're done.
I know. You see
will
that
not
and you
have
go,
it.
man, you're just asking.
It'll be gone within 10 minutes. It used to be a thing when the iPods first came out. The iPods, and this is before wireless earbuds, the iPods used to come with a white cord. Mm-hmm. And if somebody who was looking for trouble saw that somebody had a white cord, then they knew they had an expensive piece of equipment on them. And they used to call it apple picking.
Wow.
Oh.
Apple picking, because you knew you had an Apple product on you, probably expensive, and you saw that white cord coming from your pocket.
Right.
You knew that there was an iPod in there.
Were there a lot of women on the subway in beige Stetson cowboy hats? Apple picking?
No. No, there weren't. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back with sports. 9:25. Sometimes you just shake your head at what people think and say, and that's fine. It's Friday, guys.
Yeah,
Friday.
come on, man.
Let it roll off, right?
That's right.
Let it roll off.
Hi. What happened?
That's fine. Somebody was complaining about something we said earlier in the show.
Just a normal day.
It's fine.
Just a normal day.
It's fine.
Talk about it.
Well, no, I mean, apparently we did not handle correctly. How do I want to put it? Somebody's upset with the way we were talking about the guy that was stalking out that kid at the hockey rink.
And we wanted all the hockey
We
players.
all wanted all the hockey players to beat the hell out of him.
Yeah.
No.
We also thoroughly said that we hope that man gets actual help.
I also thoroughly hopes.
I also thoroughly see that as help.
Yeah, beating it out of him.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, he'll never want to go to a hockey rink again. That was the purpose of it. It wasn't just for my entertainment or to save the Centene Center, solving 2 problems at a time, I might add.
No, this is a story where a guy was obsessed with a 17-year-old kid, went to the kid's job, pretended to be his dad to get the kid's hockey schedule. As a hockey parent, we got pictures of this guy.
Right.
Like, hey, if you see this guy, call the cops.
Yeah. Also,
and he thanked the police, like, hey, I don't know where this was going, which, okay.
Yeah.
No, he said, thank you because this would have escalated. Thank you for catching me before it escalated.
Which is a form of manipulation.
But here's also
getting caught.
The operative word in that sentence is catching. He didn't walk into a police station and turn himself in and be like, I have a problem. He only admitted his problem after he was apprehended for stalking a child. So, boo freaking who. I stand by it. Put him at center ice in the Centene Center. Get a 12-pack in Brett Hull. Crank up some AC/DC and cure this man.
Also, in what world would that even happen?
Dude.
It's a fantasy. It is a fantasy punishment that will never have. Brett Hull doesn't want to get involved.
I would like to see it come to fruition, personally.
Well, this guy is very upset, and he emailed management. I mean, I got an email from the boss going, FYI.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, but this is an entertainment show.
Yeah, Dim's just
I'm not
jokes.
even.
What are we?
Except for Rafe.
Can you not tell the freaking difference? Now I'm
fine.
pissed.
I would like to see. I'm sorry.
I literally think that is going to happen.
I'm sorry. I want to see the guy get his ass kicked. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's your fantasy world. You're allowed to live there and there.
Yeah, dude.
You got an email about where your children go. All the parents that probably got that same email agree with you. So,
yeah. After I saw the story, I went to the team chat and I wrote "creepster caught" and linked the article. And I don't know how many parents are like, "Thank God."
Right.
Off the street.
I don't like your fantasy. It's not real. Calm down.
You're fine. Hey, the guy who
we are triggered on this show right now.
Let him move into your house.
Here he goes. Wait, guys, he's pulling it out.
No.
What?
Pull it out, dude.
What do you want to do?
He's got the paper. He's signing it.
I'm sorry, you're fired. He's fired from listening.
Oh. You're fired.
Wow.
And in case your ears are get the out.
You're fired.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Buddy.
Happy
If this is not working out.
Brought this on
Friday
yourself.
fire.
This is not working out.
Your corporate email account has now been locked.
Turn in your keys.
Step into my office.
Why?
Because you're fired.
No more joking. Nobody can have any fun, creative thoughts.
No. The jokes will continue.
Oh, if
he's fired.
You're fired.
If we don't joke, then he wins.
I don't know why
so
that
we
one's
will
so
continue to joke.
You know who that is? That's Mitt Romney.
You're fired.
You're fired.
Somebody goes.
Such a funny.
You're fired.
Yep.
Somebody says Lee May Larry in disguise.
Maybe Lee Mayer Larry.
Yeah, it was Lee May.
No, he wouldn't do that.
Oh man.
Lee May Larry's cool.
Tired of this lowbrow humor.
Damn it, Larry.
How dare you?
Even Larry agreed with us.
Yeah.
Larry's putting that email guy.
Larry just
in his
tweeted, he's
bio.
like, you won't hear me say this often. I don't see eye to eye with these pieces of trash on the Rizzuto Show. But I kind of like this Centene Center Ice idea. Let's not bury it just yet.
What if it's a fundraiser?
Yeah.
We had all the great
It's
ideas.
a fundraiser.
Saving a corporation, the fundraising, the discipline, the parents.
Lessons learned all around.
You're still fired.
You better stop your hypothetical ridiculous joke.
Talking about a guy that was stalking like a 17-year-old kid.
Who said it might have gone into a worse place?
Again, we're talking
Had it not been
about
caught.
an email at a comedy show.
Listen, I'm gonna.
You know what I mean?
Brother,
I don't.
ever.
This is crazy.
I don't. But I don't like to like.
I read the comments.
I don't like to protect myself saying it's a comedy show because sometimes we touch upon,
Yes.
Sure.
some
yeah, yeah.
serious-
We talked about Loch Ness
Insane
earlier.
people can
Come
tell
on,
the
man.
difference.
We were doing the intro music to the fight.
Yeah.
Like
Guns N' Roses,
I mean,
Welcome
come
to the
on.
Jungle, fine.
We weren't on a serious tone here.
It's almost like the email removed all context and painted it in a light that was unfair.
I almost feel like the guy who emailed, it hit a little too close to home.
Maybe.
It hit a little too close to home.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Well, here comes this follow-up email.
You're fired.
You're fired. You can't fire me. I quit.
That's a good one.
You're fired.
Romney did.
That's such a good one.
That does sound like the human voice that enters into the Looney Tunes cartoon. You know, like when they would like kind of almost fourth wall it somehow. That's a good one. Keep that one close. Keep that close. I got a feeling we're going to be firing a lot of people in the next month.
All right, let's do some sports.
You're fired.
Sports presented by DraftKings, a casino queen. Think you know football? Bet on it at DraftKings, the casino queen sportbook.
I also want to shout out Big Dick's brick mailboxes.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we're going to get to emails today. But,
No box too big or too small. Big Dicks does them all.
Thank you, Big Dick.
Cards play the Reds tonight at Busch with a start of 7-10. You're fired. Atlanta Braves superstar and National League MVP frontrunner Ronald Acuna Jr. Made history last night on Wednesday during his club's 6-5 extra innings victory over the visiting Cubs. What did he do? Well, in the 10th inning, he swiped his 70th bag of 2023, making him the first player in MLB history to hit 40 or more home runs and steal 70 or more bases in the same season. This dude
Is awesome.
He's a Superman.
Nice work, bud.
Speaking of a Superman, the injured Lionel Messi watched from the stands as Inter Miami lost 2-1 to the Houston Dynamo in the final of the U.S. Open Cup a couple days ago. Messi, 36, was substituted against Toronto FC last week because of an old injury and sat out Miami's draw at Orlando City on Monday. Houston clinched their second U.S. Open Cup in 5 years. The Miami Spaniard defender Jordi Alba also missed the game because of injury, so they were kind of odds were stacked against him. Now, what do you win when you win the U.S. Open Cup? I found out today it's $300,000. So they missed out on an extra $300,000. Taylor Swift wasn't the only one watching the KC Chiefs on Sunday. According to Fox Sports, the game was the week's highest-rated telecast on any network. Of course, that might be because of the Chiefs.
The Chiefs are playing.
24.3 million viewers. Despite the 41-10 trouncing over the Bears, the game especially captivated female viewers. Ages 12 to 49, female viewers, sky high.
Ladies, let's go.
Cool.
Let's go, girls.
Yeah, so as word on social media spread that just before the kickoff that Taylor Swift was in attendance, the Chiefs Kingdom and Swifties likely converged to view the epic moment when the superstar pulled up to Arrowhead at the invitation of Chief star Travis Kelce. I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it. Headline Hooshe, sponsored by Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
All right, guys, let's head out to Lake County, Florida, where 59-year-old Charlie Benny Harmon was arrested last Friday night for DUI.
Chuck Benny.
All right, DUI, Florida. Not unusual. Oh, but this was. He was on a Kubota lawnmower on U.S. Highway 27 when he was busted.
The old George Jones.
Those are high end.
Respect.
He was on a highway at night and, according to the arrest report, had no lights whatsoever. During the stop, the officer who pulled him over noticed a tall can of beer and a cup holder on the mower. There were 3 more cans of beer with him. Charlie said that he had a valid license and could have driven a regular car, but preferred to drive the lawnmower. He said he'd been grilling, ran out of beer, so he was heading to the store to get more beer. Now, he at first agreed to take field sobriety tests, but changed his mind and said he was, quote, unfit to take part in exercises requiring walking or balance.
This is a man who knows his limits.
Arrested on charges of driving under the influence and refusal to submit to a breath test. So there you go, from Lake County, Florida, Charlie Harmon, you are today's Headline Hooshe. All right, one final break. We'll come back and wrap her up. We appreciate most of you listening.
Yep.
We appreciate you all.
Yes, we do.
No, definitely
We do.
99%.
99.99999%.
No, I listen. That one, that intense 1% is great.
No, it's fine.
It's great. We love you. If you hate
We
us
love
all you
everybody.
want, keep listening.
No, it's fine. So, hey, listen, we won an RFT award this week, huh, guys?
Dang right.
And you
Dang
know,
right.
the listeners voted for that.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that. And hopefully we'll see you out tomorrow at the Zero Prostate Cancer Run and Walk down in Tower Grove in honor of our buddy Jeff Burton. Join us and Team Rizz. You could donate if you can't make it, 1057thepoint.com. 1 in 8 fathers, sons, husbands, brothers, partners, and friends will be diagnosed with prostate cancer, including 4,830 men in Missouri this year alone. So it's a great, great cause. And I want to thank once again the Team Rizz members who kind of lit the fire under our asses to get involved with this particular charitable endeavor. And, yeah, can't wait to see you all tomorrow. Tower Grove.
See you there.
All right, today's Pappy's Recappy.
Brought to you by Pappy's Smokehouse, celebrating 15 years, locally owned, world famous, 2 locations, including Highway 70 and Mid-Rivers Mall Drive in St. Peters. Thanks to them for catering our fun little
Yes, that's right. Dude, the
event
turkey
yesterday.
was amazing.
That's right.
Thank you.
We recapped that on the show today. Make sure you check that out on the podcast. Everything we covered on the show, including Friday Fails. We had a drunk man who was arrested after shooting at Phantom Thieves, a drunk driver who crashed through a liquor store, a drug dealer who called the cops when the customer stole $10, and a whole lot of other stuff, including a woman borrowing an alligator for a photo shoot and left it in a hotel bathtub. We got an alligator that was refused at a baseball game. What do you know?
No ticket.
1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The podcast title is Gumbel, 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 and Gumbel Bike Cops.
Yep. All right. Hey, Rafe Williams, tonight. 2 shows.
2
Funny
shows.
That's right.
Go to funnybone.com. The Friday early show's almost sold out, but that late show, my worst selling show is Friday late show. So
Really?
if you want to come tonight.
What time's that
To
start?
the late show. I believe it's at 9:30.
It is.
7:30 and 9:30, I believe, are the shows.
Yeah,
So-
and you can't yuck our yum this week, man. It's his special came out. We got a link of that up on the
Wow.
chat right now. We'll blast that out this weekend as well. It's doing crazy good already.
It's doing some pretty good numbers.
And tomorrow's your birthday.
It's your freaking birthday week.
It is my birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Can I bring a
birthday,
cake
buddy.
to the Funny Bone tomorrow, like at 9:30?
As long as it's not attached to an alligator, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do it.
Yep. Bring a cake.
I'll be at the 7 o'clock show tomorrow.
I won't see you then.
Oh, you're going to the late one?
Yeah.
All the
I'll see you
shows are
tomorrow.
It's better that way.
Last night was awesome, man. It was a really fun show. Met some real cool Rizz folks, some Team Rizz people, some fans that have been listening forever, and a lot of cool people came out. So I'm looking forward to meeting everybody and hanging out. And
Much deserved, by the way. You
Thanks.
deserve all this support and
Thanks.
everybody coming out for you.
yeah, it's been great, man. I really appreciate it too, and it means a lot to me. I told people that at the show last night because I'm like, I love my job. I love this. I love this job more than I thought I would when I took it. I feel like I hang out with my friends all day and I get paid for it, which is really cool. But it's also, comedy is my love. Stand-up is the thing that I love. So when people from this platform come out to see me and support that.
Worlds collide.
It really does mean a lot to me that you take the time and spend the money to come see it. So thank you for that. And
Well, I'm
bring
giving
more
up-
people, 'cause,
I'm giving up a Saturday evening for you.
you
so-
are.
Wow.
I'm honestly, dude, I'm getting you a cake.
Yeah. We'll have the Rizz cake and then the Rafe cake.
That's
Oh, and
amazing.
I'm getting you the Rizz, the Queen's cake.
I'm bringing reinforcements with me too to heckle you. So
Bring it on.
Get ready.
My ex-cop roommate's coming to
Get
that
ready.
show. I will have him
Get ready.
tune you up.
Fight you. All right. Anything else?
December 9th, Punk Rock Christmas. Tickets available, but they probably won't be for too long, so get on it.
Learn.
October 21st, I'll be playing with my band at Copper Fire. It's free, 2 to 5, a little day drinking, a little enjoyment, a little
Nice.
pre-Halloween. Come on out.
Nice. Scott?
Yeah, there's a few things coming up. One, if you've wanted to hear the full, pretty version of Margaritaville, that should be up in a few days. So I'll let you know all about that. But also, just follow me at King Scott Rules. Yeah, well,
On Spotify?
still waiting
Where?
on my boy. What's that? Yeah, everywhere.
Oh, everywhere.
Wherever
Okay.
the internet is at.
All right.
And if you've ever wanted to hear King Scott
This
do a
is
little
the big
stand-up,
Oh, I can't wait.
Yes,
That's really why I'm
Saturday.
going.
get tickets to that Saturday
That's-
late show because that Saturday early show is sold out.
Yeah, that's really why I'm going.
I know. I knew that.
Not you. that in the other room.
I hope you guys are ready to laugh.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah.
He's kept it a secret, too. He hasn't let me see any of his jokes.
Hey, for those of you out there at Scott Air Force Base, we'll be broadcasting on Thursday at the Exchange, beginning at noon. Come on out and see us. We'll be doing a podcast recording with the Fast Lane guys. Don't forget to make your football picks, 1057thepoint.com/picks. All right, we're done?
Done.
Johnny Fandango is next. Have a great weekend. We leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Brought to you by Hot Shots, hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From Carrollton, Illinois, Zach Willis is our Team Rizz Member of the Day.
Yeah.
Let's hear this song. Here it is. We will see you on Monday.
Oh, great pick.